Mic check, 1 2 1 2 1 2 on the mic.
That sounds good.
All right, one
Sounds
two on
good.
the mic. Just got to make sure I'm here. Excuse.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Let me.
Does it show the countdown?
No, we're on. We're on. It'll. Hey, let me just get my mic ready. Yeah. I think that's good. Betty.
Fred, what's happening, boy?
Lekker, man. How are you?
Lacquer.
Hey,
It's been a minute.
I'm good. Yeah, it has.
It's been a minute. Is
Yeah.
that your phone that's going crazy?
Hmm.
Come on, silence it. So you need it to work. We can't be live. The screen hasn't changed. There we go, man.
That's fine. What I'll do is. No, I have to keep it like that. I have to. I'll just change the camera.
Alright, no worries, man. No worries, no worries.
Okay, I hope everyone can hear pretty well. We've got better sound equipment, so. Yeah, Betty.
Sorry, man. I've just got my cap on because the lights are in my eyes. So, plus I'm representing the brand. You guys know what it is.
Okay.
How's it?
Lekker, man.
Good, man.
Sorry, bro.
No worries, no worries. I don't know if I should put that feed off because it's all right. We run it. Right, so how you been, bro?
Lekker, bro. Busy.
No, sorry,
busy,
last
busy.
week we missed out.
Yeah, unfortunately, we had a tough week.
Yeah, I had to go in. I mean, I was in
Ladysmith.
Last week to go pick up that generator. To pick up the trailer for the generator. Anyway, we hope you guys are there. We hope you guys are listening and tuned in. Give a few shout outs first, right off the bat. Vincent, DNS Music, man. You pulled a solid for us. You guys go check him out. Next to Cash Converters. In town, CBD, in Richards Bay.
I must say, I was really impressed when I walked in there with all the stuff he keeps.
Man,
all
it's
the
like a
microphones.
it's like a hidden gem, bruh.
Yo.
If you guys need sound equipment, man, go and check that place out. He's got a range of stuff, and I'm talking quality equipment. I'm talking Yamaha, Samsung, Shure. We're talking quality stuff he has there, and no one knows. It's undiscovered, bro.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I didn't even know about it.
And you've been
to
here
be
your whole
honest.
life.
Okay, most of it, but yeah.
Yeah, but I mean a good portion of it.
Yeah.
And
Well, I know the place.
And you in the know, bro. I mean, you're not someone that works in an office.
Yeah,
You're
man.
in and
I
around.
know.
So Vincent, we need to get you more exposure, guys. DNS Music in town. Go and check him out. I mean, he pulled rabbits out of hats for us today. I'll tell you what. The equipment that we got for the price we got, you couldn't even buy it from someone who stole it at that price. I'll tell you.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That's for now. You gave
We're
us
not saying you stole it. We're just saying we couldn't if someone even did. You know what I'm saying?
you gave us a good deal on these mics, though. I must say.
Mics,
Yes,
pop
excellent,
filters.
Excellent.
So we appreciate that,
Mic
Vincent.
stands. You got everything. Cables. Yo.
Yeah. And if you guys go watch our previous pods, you can hear the difference is night and day. So sorry, we're still just getting used to these mics. If it comes a bit loud through, we apologize. A bit off as well, but slowly but surely we're building it up.
Not too bad. I think we're just missing Mr. Producer.
Mr. Producer.
He's on a church camp, but he's back. He's coming back
I
today.
thought it was a
apparently.
rugby camp.
No, it's a church camp.
Oh, yeah, I thought he's going to play rugby somewhere.
No, not this time. He normally goes and plays rugby, but not this time.
All right, so this episode, Fred, we're discussing the fires. As you guys know, we've had some serious fires.
Yo, what news is that, eh?
I mean, when I drove into Richards Bay, so it broke out last week Saturday, so a week today.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So when I was coming back from Ladysmith, I saw it over the socials. Actually, George from Chop Chop put it on his status. And, I was like, whatever. And that evening, bro, we got a call for help that Arboretum House were in danger. It was coming across that field towards Mid-Bay. It was
there by VW,
It was absolute mayhem. And my dad was in Mozambique at that time. So, I mean, I went to his house. I was standing on the roof trying to spray the house down. It was hectic.
I'm gonna see if I can get some
images up for us.
Some images, yes, wood chips. So yeah, it's big piles of wood chips. So yes, I've got an image here.
What is that? Do they process that for Monday? What is the story with that wood chip pile? It's TWK, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm embarrassed. I've lived here my whole life. I don't know what the hell that's for.
Yeah, I don't know the specifics around that. To be honest, I wish I knew.
Yeah.
So that I can be able to say something.
If producer was there, he could have googled it for us. But we're not gonna act like we know. We don't know.
Funny enough, I can't get the image.
Sorry,
There we go. We're on, gents. Okay, so These are the stockpiles. This is what the stockpiles look like that burnt.
Can we put the chips at the back, man?
Yeah, sure. Do your thing. So that's what they look like before they burnt. Let me show you what they look like as they're burning.
Yo, how's the sound coming?
It's good. It's
Can
good.
you come a bit closer, or?
I see internet is a bit slow. I hope video is not lag too much, but I doubt it.
Yeah, if anyone can let us know in the comments if there's an issue with the sound or the visuals and the audio, just let us know. We're just getting to grasp with the new setup.
Can you believe I can't find a image
of the fires burning?
No.
Bro, we had it up a minute ago.
And now I can't find it.
Excuse me, guys. Been drinking cool drink all day.
But yeah, so apparently they said it
Conveyor
was
belts.
conveyor belts. Correct.
But if you look at the initial pictures, look, I've seen the initial pictures when it started, and there's smoke on the piles, and you can see the conveyors, the conveyor tunnel, if you will, on the top. You can actually see black smoke is pluming out of there. Now, you know, the only thing that really burns black smoke is rubber, and the conveyor is rubber.
Correct.
I mean, if you're burning rubber, rubber is black. Very seldom you're burning anything organic. I mean, wood doesn't burn black normally. I mean, burning. I'm talking about black, thick smoke.
Correct.
So the picture that I saw was out of the conveyor tunnel, the plumes of black smoke, and then you could see like the grayish smoke coming off the stockpiles.
I think I saw a video on your status that day where you drove past, and you
Yes.
could see the smoke coming
Yes.
from the top of the one pile in the back.
Yes.
So if you look here, this is now the main oakie that's burning.
Yeah.
See, if you guys look in the back, you'll see there's more
Yeah.
fires. There's
Yeah.
more piles burning, but this is
Yeah,
it's-
that's a picture I haven't seen as yet. That puts everything into perspective. And just by the way, for everyone that's not from the Bay, maybe our international viewers, there's a company called Phoscor. Look, I don't know if they produce hydrochloric acid or if that's a byproduct of what they do, but they have a whole lot of hydrochloric or some sort of acid, and obviously it's less than 500 meters, half a k away from where these fires.
Yeah.
And if it hit that, it would have been an absolute catastrophe. They're talking about a chemical fallout, evacuating the town, maybe to the surrounding towns. And you can imagine in a country where you can't organize anything, that would have been utter mayhem.
Well, there's a good photo of all the smoke peeling off.
Yo,
If you look over
yo,
here, Barry,
yo.
you'll see.
Oh, yes.
This is not from the other side. This is the side we
Sorry,
don't
guys,
really
I'm
see.
watching a screen in front of me that's slightly delayed, so I'll keep just ducking out of the view just to have a look and
So
see.
yeah, that's our big news
Yeah.
this week. I mean, this is what everyone's been talking about. It's
I mean, Richards Bay is a sleepy town, sort of ish. I mean, the only thing that we rely on in Richards Bay is industry. I mean, we've got the big industry, we've got Mundi, we've got TWK, we've got Phoscor, we've
yes.
got RBM, we've got RBCT, we've got the coal terminal, which is RBCT. We've got South 32, which is a smelter. So those are our main, and Mundi, I don't know if I mentioned Mundi, those are our main industry. I mean,
correct.
the town was formed around industry.
Yes.
So there's
It's an
not much that
industrial
happens
town.
except industry.
Yeah, we are more industrial town than we are actually a tourism town.
100%.
I mean,
Tourism is just obviously because we live in such a beautiful place. But yes, I think this whole started, they built the ports obviously purely for industry.
Oh yes, but I mean, look at
Well,
the size
I mean,
of
look,
our ports.
if we're wrong, someone can correct us, but I would assume that.
Yeah. No. So I don't know how. I can tell you guys. So the water in the back here,
It's pitch black.
I don't know if you guys were
Yeah,
able
maybe
to see.
It might get a glare on your
Yeah,
cameras, but
very, very
we'll get some
glary.
pictures up on the pod.
Yeah, let me see if I can add this
Outside
camera
camera.
in to show you guys quickly. So the water's black from all the cuck going into the water. It smells.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe the smell. I could smell it before I even got into your
Yeah.
door. I could smell it.
Yeah. It's obviously as they were, because the wood chip piles are right next to Dead Canal, whatever you would call it. They're going past
Yeah,
the nursery.
yeah.
So obviously it all leads into there. And now it's. I don't think it's polluting as such, but it's not a good look, especially when you're living on the waterfront. You don't expect to see that. It's.
Oh no, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
And obviously, I believe they were putting a silica-based solution into it as well. So, I mean, yesterday when I was on the boat with my polarized glasses on, it actually looks like oil on top of the water. Not to say it is oil, but obviously silicone does have, or silica, whatever they've used, does have an oily residue to it.
But you check how like that stuff works. So it actually creates a layer on top of the
and
fire,
smothers it
it
basically.
smothers it,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's not actually the water's not actually extinguishing it. They're using that to form a barrier and smother it.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, I saw.
And
I
that's,
saw a few pictures.
that's from Fidelity. It's
I'm
the
not sure.
Yeah, the Fidelity,
Fidelity.
Fidelity vans. The Fidelity fire trucks came in all the way from Joburg.
Yeah.
I think it's 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah, I mean, you look. I'm not trying to discredit anybody, but I do think the fire efforts were a bit late. There was a lot more that could have been done. I mean, because we only saw planes in the air 2 days after, but I do believe that the wind was the issue. They said it was too windy to fly the first night.
Yeah, if you look the Saturday when it sparked up.
Yeah, the wind was pumping.
I wasn't in Pangeni at a wedding.
Yeah.
And we were all standing outside, having a good time. It was about 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and the wind was pumping. Like
42 k's. When I was coming back, I was actually looking, 'cause I wanted to hit the water and go fishing.
yeah.
So
Yeah, we were standing there and trees were falling off, and I mean we had stuff flying into our food and into our drinks and
yeah, I think that it was a combination to create the perfect storm, if you will, for that particular event.
That's correct. I mean the fire just wanted some wind.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Like we were speaking earlier while we were driving, what I don't understand. Look, I mean, they're right on the harbour. They are literally on the harbour because I think they actually export that. If I'm not mistaken, I was speaking to George from Chop Chop once again, and he says there's a TWK berth. So I'm assuming they have a berth. I might be incorrect in saying this, but I think they're loading those wood chips and exporting them.
Must be.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
everything is going out of this
my
port.
statement and question is this: they should have had in place around each stockpile at least 4 water jets pumping seawater
To prevent.
in case of emergency.
Correct.
I mean-
okay, well, I would agree with that, but we don't know what systems was in place
Well, as far
that weren't maintained or what.
as I know, look, I can't say anything concrete, but as far as I know, what I've been told is that there was only fire suppression in the conveyor belts, and that hadn't been maintained. So that because the bearing apparently seized, overheated, burnt the rubbers, and that's what started, and the rubber dripped down, and that's what's been said. But the fire suppression in the conveyors didn't work. But I mean, that should have been thought of. That let's say someone walks past and throws a cigarette, or someone driving on the highway throws a cigarette, or the wind can carry it for miles. I mean, bro, they were finding wood chips as far as Wilton Vader. I mean, in a straight line, that's 2 k's.
Really, let me tell you something. Yesterday, I drove into our yard and I saw a wood chip fall, and I literally went to go pick it up. I took it inside the house. I showed everyone, look, it's a wood chip literally just fell out of the air.
Yeah. No, that hits a larper, that hits a dry grass.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah.
So yeah, that I think they need to. I'm sure there's going to be things in place because I can tell you what, this is billions, if not trillions, of rands lost revenue, structurally, infrastructure,
The cost to
downtime.
repair everything, the cost to just get that fire blazed.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. No, it's. I mean, they got to rebuild the whole conveyor system or that section that got burnt. They still got to pay staff, and there's no production happening. And then they got to clean that. Where they going to go with all of that? Where they going to go with all of that?
You should see it. It's like this black sludge. I was on site on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wednesday or Thursday. We went to go and deliver some food for the
Yeah.
firefighters.
Yeah.
And I was with Councillor Henning de Vet. Yes.
Right.
He's doing excellent work. Henning, you're a champ.
Appreciate the work you guys are doing, man.
But yeah, I went to site to go and deliver food, and we went close to that big stockpile that's burning.
It's not wood anymore.
It's definitely not wood. It's red.
Mm.
It's like in the daytime you just see this red glow coming off of it. Like you can't believe something is burning that hot. And we were standing, I would say, 6-7 meters away from it.
And the radiating heat.
It was fucking hot. It was excuse my language, but it was hot. It was hot.
Yeah, I mean, I was driving so from CBD side down towards Foscor and then turning, and you just check the whole top of the unburnt piles is only Land Cruisers. Only Land Cruisers, boy.
Yeah,
That's the
I know.
only fucky that can get up there.
was
Leave
like
your
a-
Ford at the door.
A Land Cruiser day.
Yeah.
For all the
farmers and-
all the farmers that came to help.
For the Buddhas, we see you. We salute you guys.
But
man.
that's one thing we can say about Richards Bay, the way the community can pull together when in need.
100%.
We saw this with the riots. Nobody could get into our town to do anything.
They tried.
You couldn't even come into our town with looted goods from
Yeah,
other places. You
100%,
couldn't.
100%.
You couldn't.
The CPF. Everyone pulled together, and I mean, it's amazing.
And now, if you look at this now, the station that was set up there in Dollar Drive by Fusion,
Ministries.
it's amazing work those people are doing.
Yeah.
I mean, those people are constantly busy making sandwiches, making hot dogs, packing food, and it's being delivered straight to the firefighters.
And I mean, with no recognition. When I went in there the other day and I was speaking to the ladies, I said, you guys are not getting enough recognition for it. It's not that they're doing it for recognition, but everyone likes to be appreciated, bro.
Of course.
I mean,
Of
no
course.
one. I mean,
Gratitude goes a long way, bro.
100%. We don't do things. We don't do things and expect to be praised and worshipped, and But I mean, it's just nice to see. Wow, these people are putting in an effort. Just shout out to Fusion Ministries. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. No, shout out. You guys
Yeah.
are champions, all of you, every single one of you that made a contribution.
100%.
Thank you. I mean,
100%.
have you seen all the water? Have you seen? Listen,
You running out of bottles at your shop.
Listen, I ran out of bottles. To be honest, I ran out of bottles.
So Freddie bottles water. He's got a bottling plant, Pure Manzi in town. You guys want to see more of that? We're going to get bottles on here.
Yeah, we'll start.
As you can see, I'm pushing my brand right now, Flow Pro Plumbing. We're taking over, and Pure Manzi is behind me. We're doing it. We are doing it. JH is in tow.
But yeah, that's another thing I wanted to mention was with the bottled water. I could see every single water company in town's bottles there. Everyone made a contribution.
100%.
Everyone that had access to water, even if it's
even if it's a 6-pack.
Yes,
It's just to say that,
it was amazing. It was amazing to see all of it. And
Yeah.
we're fortunate enough to live in a town where the
It's
community
still
can
close
pull
knit,
together like
sort
this.
of. Yes.
Yes.
No, I hear you, and I noticed that. Unselfish deeds.
Correct.
I mean, no one's thinking about themselves. No one's trying to. I'm sure there is here and there rotten apple in every bunch, but I mean, for majority of the people, it's amazing that how people pull together. I mean, I was on my status putting out requests, and I mean, I got Louis from Roots Butcheries, I got Keshal from Real Bot Electrical, Gina and myself, JH and Flow Pro, ZSP was involved, you were involved, Pure Manzi. It's just
so many people. You can name the names. I mean,
and
Suzuki.
they actually stopped. I mean, they got enough water and said, "Let's hold with the water now."
Yes.
And said,
it's
as we
actually-
need, we will
yes,
get. Yeah.
Yes, which is cool about them also to prevent people from wasting money.
Yeah.
But then they also came back and said, okay, now the guys need some gloves.
Yeah. Which people did.
Which people did. And then I heard on the one voice that I don't know if I sent it to you about the guy that said they sponsored 2 boxes full of eye drops from Specsavers. I think it's Specsavers.
Yeah, I think it's Specsavers. I heard that. I didn't hear. I know Specsavers was involved.
So yeah, I mean, excellent.
No, very good. So I'm trying to clear the table here.
No, lekker. So, Betty.
Yes, sir. I'm on the hot seat. So we've kind of planned something prior. Last week I spoke to Freddie about previous week. Sorry, the last episode 2. I spoke to Freddie about his
Trip to Mozambique.
his 2-3 years in Mozambique
Yeah.
and what he got up to. And I believe today it's my turn.
Yeah, Betty, I wanna ask you a few questions. I want us viewers to know who you are, where you came
100%.
from.
100%.
So,
Where would
Betty,
you like me to start?
Mr. Betty Rattray.
I'm getting nervous all of a sudden.
Tell me, Betty, where would you say would you would be comfortable to start telling us? Let's take it to high school, Betty.
Okay, high school.
Let's. Did you finish high school?
No, I didn't.
Didn't finish.
Standard 7.
Standard
Got
7.
kicked out in Standard 7.
Got kicked out. Oh, you
Yeah.
not so
For
shit.
weapon, and they caught me smoking Zol. They actually caught me smoking Zol on the tennis courts, a bong. They took the bong, so it was morning, right? So what had happened was, I'll fill you guys in. It was like, so we used to go to school early, so we could yachon kak, smoke cigarettes or whatever. I never smoked cigarettes really, but I was with the smokers because we were smoking Zol and stuff. And we always smoked a bong because it doesn't leave the clunk.
Correct.
Yeah. So you hit a bong. I mean, if you hit a joint, it's like you've bathed in the syrup of Zol. So if you hit a bong, it's quick, chappy, and you're in the game.
It's gone
You
over,
poof,
yeah.
By second period, you need another hit, but you're good for the first hour or 2.
Okay.
So we were sitting by on tennis courts, blazing it up. And a teacher came, Mr. I can't remember his name now. But anyway, he used to come he was a technical drawings teacher. I wasn't in technical drawings. I didn't make it that far. But he used to come on his motorbike sometimes around the tennis courts and try and scare us and, catch us. And this day he did. So basically, the tennis court was at the far end of the school. And there was a long corridor. Everyone from JLC, shout out to JLC. There was a long corridor from the grade 9 field, basically where the tennis courts were, that walked all the way through. So John Ross has 3 buildings basically.
Okay.
So here is the tennis courts and here's the office. And this is all just children. So it was a grade 8s and 9s, then 10s, 11s and matrics. So this is like their areas. We were separated from them.
Okay.
Where they walked us with that bong still burning. Where it was like a train. They're walking with this bong, and the Zol is just blooming. I'm marching, 2 prefects behind me. I was bigger than them because I failed school. I'd failed 2 years. So, I mean, the prefects were like, I was a head and shoulder above them. So I didn't know what the angle was here, but I was so docile from the dope that I just followed them. So I'm following one prefect, Mr. Jacobs. Mr. Jacobs, shout out.
Hey.
Mr. Jacobs. Mr. Jacob was walking with us. One prefect in front, 2 behind me. And one prefect in front is walking with this bong, bro. And this bong is just pluming, and everyone is just looking, bro. Yeah. So anyway, and then it was kind of a cuck one because I've obviously blamed it on everyone else. Look, bro, I'm not going to take the fall for anybody, bro. Like, you know, if we're involved together, don't don't expect me to take the rap for you, man. There's no honor amongst thieves, bro. So then I said, I'm not smoking. This is not mine. Even though I was caught red-handed in my hand with it. Sorry. No. So I got caught red-handed with it. So we're walking down the passage, and then they call my dad in, obviously, and I swore blue blind, bro. I said, that's not mine. And my dad didn't believe that of me, bro. So my dad told them, my son doesn't smoke weed. My son, and I'm saying it's not mine. It's not mine. It's not mine. So my dad came and put his foot in it, bro, and said, not my son. I refuse. You guys cannot. I'll challenge you legally if you want to expel him from school. This, that, the next thing. And they said, fine, drug test. And I said, right, let's go. Went. And the results came back a few days later, and it was positive, bro. And I let my dad down. That was the beginning of. I saw the disappointment on my dad's face because he put his. You know, my dad's a very proud person. Not proud unnecessarily. My dad's a strong individual. My dad's a very humble person, but he's proud in the sense that his yes is his yes and his no is his no.
And he sticks to it.
And that's it, bro. So if my dad tells you it's raining outside, you don't need to check. It's raining outside. Shot. And my dad's also somebody of stature, meaning that he's worked himself up in life. He's not like a rich man or anything, but he's a respected man. So when he came in there and he told them, my son is not smoking Zol. His son is not smoking Zol.
So it's his word.
Yeah, that his son has told me, and he trusted me, bro.
Yeah.
So when the results came back a few days later, now they expelled me, obviously, they suspended me pending this investigation, and then we had to go in front of a tribunal with the results. And when the results came back, my dad had to go with them to the school, and I sat there, and he had to tell them that I was lying, bro. And that broke me, bro, in front of like 4 or 5 people, bro, because now they're not just looking at me, now they're looking at him like he's a liar. So that was the beginning of what I like to call a proper F up in my life. Anyway, so
Okay, let me ask you this. When did you start smoking Zol?
I started smoking Zol as in Ricardia. But I'll be honest with you, the first 2-3 times I smoked, man, it was nothing, bro. I actually hated it. There was no pluck. There was no goofness. It was nothing. It was just cuck. Maybe the guy was
Tastes
selling...
like shit, smell like shit.
It must be shit. Yeah.
Must be shit.
If it looks like shit, tastes like shit, must be shit. Yeah.
Must.
So like the first 2 or 3 times I didn't, bro. And then I remember the one time I smoked with a friend, Jared or Jugs. Hey, Jared. I don't know where he is right now. I lost heard he's in Portugal. But anyway, we smoked and... So I wasn't expecting anything, and we stood up. Are you cold? Must put the aircon off, bro.
No, I'm cool.
All right. Sorry, it's freezing in here right now. So I was smoking with Jad, and we stood up and we started walking. And yes, when they're saying this all hit me, bro. And I was like leaning forward, and he goofed now, fighting the force field because I'm walking and I'm like walking, leaning forward.
Looks like you want to attack the floor.
Yeah, bro, you know that story. So then, bro, so junior school, end of standard 5. So I failed standard 5. I've been failing since school wasn't my thing, bro. School just wasn't my thing. Give me something to do with my hands and I'm there, man. But school just wasn't my thing, bro. I struggled with ADHD. Anyway, so then that started standard 5. They condoned me from standard 5 to standard 6 because I was too old now. I mean, you can't be 15 and still be in standard 6 or standard 5, bro. I mean, it's going to look funny now. They're going to ask, are you the teacher or you're a student? Yeah.
You have to move on in life.
Yeah. This, we can't have you anymore. You're starting to scare the other children. Yeah,
you
can't play rugby for us anymore. It's bullying everyone. So I went to John Ross. Standard 6, I failed standard 6. They pushed me through because I was too old. And then in standard 7, like I was smoking all the way through, come before school. And then standard 7 just caught up to me because you get more careless as you go along.
Yes.
Especially if you're smoking at school, you learn the rhythm, you learn the routine of the teachers, of the prefects, and what to do, what not to do. I remember the one day, Luke Skywalker, shut up, man. He's in the UK right now. So my mother was dating his father, and his father was a big Zoli. So I remember the one day we used to buy slopes from from taxi rank from 14. I'm talking like $20 back then, bro. You get a double of a newspaper. You know the sense of folded.
Full.
You sit and you rub that thing, bro. You got a pile. So I remember the one day we were sitting behind the school, myself and Luke Skywalker. So this was after I got before I got bought, sorry. And so they kind of had their eyes on me because they could never prove it. But so he's sitting now and he's got this newspaper because he didn't give a damn, bro. Like he was just like that. He didn't give a shit. Yeah. So he had the newspaper open like this and he's rubbing this 20 rand slope, bro. And I'm sitting now looking at him and he's looking. So we're watching each other KV. Sure. I'm watching his back. He's watching my back. And as I look up like this, there's 3 prefects running towards us, bro. And I tune him, look. So this guy takes the Zol, bruh. Listen to me. And he throws the Zol behind him like this, but the wind is blowing over him. Bruh, when they got to us, bro, the Zol was everywhere.
All over.
Everywhere. So they tune, what you doing with the Zol? So we stood up and started dusting ourselves. What Zol? Bro, it's everywhere. Zol, yeah? It's everywhere. In my pockets, everywhere. So they had nothing to really prove because by the time they took us to the office, we had to get, they said, no, it wasn't Zol, it was this. We made up some story. And then about 6 months after that, yeah, we got made. They made us. They made us.
You remember that?
Yeah, they made us. So, am I talking too loud on this mic, man?
I don't think so.
Just check. Am I right? Right? Okay, good. You're good. Yeah, so then, right, so expelled from school. My dad wasn't impressed with me. Now, my mother's always mollycoddled me in a sense where I'm her son, I can't do anything wrong. You understand? Even when everyone said I can do wrong, she would cut me out because she knows I'm doing wrong, but tells everyone I'm not doing wrong. So she always tried to best me. Like, you know, my mom, I love her. We have such a relationship. We'll get to that, but it's just like, it's not a good relationship right now because I can tell you something. I am the splitting image of my mom in the sense I'm exactly like her. And it just doesn't work, bruh. We're both stubborn. We're both hard-headed. We're both quick to react.
When fire meets fire.
Yo, bro.
Fire.
Yes, yeah. So.
Or fire and fuel. I would say fire and fuel.
Fire and fuel. So, yeah, kicked out of school. Went to go stay with my dad because I was between parents. My parents were divorced, so between parents, back and forth. My mom couldn't deal with me, sends me to my dad. Then I'd get out of my dad, and my dad's being annoying. My mom will take me back.
Back to your mom,
yeah, so wherever you make cuck, you go to the other parents. So at this stage, when I got kicked out of school, I was staying with my dad. So my dad's an army person. He was the youngest person in his, I don't know what the correct word is, platoon or whatever it is. He was the youngest in his group, and he was, I don't know the terminology, but he was the leader. Yeah.
So this was now here in South Africa, right?
In South Africa with the Anglo War. When they
he
fought the Russians.
He went to the border.
Yeah. I think it's Anglo War. Angola War.
Yeah,
Angola War.
Yeah, Angola. Yes.
Not that old. Yeah. So when look, I might be incorrect, but apparently the Russians were coming down because they were trying to arm the ANC. I might be incorrect, yeah. We're not going to get into that. But anyway, my dad is a man of authority. You make your bed in the morning. You polish your shoes. You put the books away.
Done the correct way.
100%. So I was expelled from school. He didn't obviously know what to do with me, and he used to wake up in the morning and go to work, and he used to bang on my door. You're not going to lie in bed if I'm going to work, and he's got a list of chores, bro. Cut the grass. And my dad's palsy, he's got a heel like this, like that. So you're cutting the grass skeins, like that, you know what I mean? Walking.
So it's a graph. It's
a graph, bro. And for someone that's lazy and just wants to get goofed, it's a graph, bro. And it's in the sun. So, yeah, staying with my dad, I went through that, and then I got a job at Max Fish and Chips. Billy Mack is actually my dad's neighbor, so I got a job there. I think I lasted 2 weeks there.
Peeling potatoes.
No, luckily the potatoes came. The potatoes came pre-cut already. So what happens at Max Fish and Chips? Shout out to Max Fish and Chips. Is they don't let anything stand. So the chips will stand. You cook the chips, they stand for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, you discard them. That's how they maintain fresh chips. And I'm like sitting there watching this chips go in the dustbin. I'm like, not a flip.
Chowing that stuff.
Bro, I say container, my favorite mac chip and fish sauce, and I'm sitting there hitting it, bro. I'm chowing the chips because you can't, you're literally throwing it in the dustbin.
It's wasted anyway, yeah.
So you remember when Max Fish and Chip was in the rank? Well, just opposite OK.
Yeah, it's a long time ago.
Okay. Do you remember that at all?
Before my time.
Okay, so anyways, Billy used to park at the garage, which was like 2 k's away with his binoculars, and watch the staff through the window, bro. I'm telling you. And you know what he fired me for? Not for eating the chips, for leaning on the counter. I was getting paid 5 rand an hour. I used to work the whole day and whole night. I'd get like $45, bro.
Why is he for leaning on the
counter? For leaning on the counter. I came back the next day. He didn't even have the... Well, he's the boss. He shouldn't have told me. But I knocked on the door. I'm like, I'm coming. And they're like, no, you don't work anymore. I'm like, for what? No, you're leaning on the counter. So anyway, I went through various
Okay,
other
wait. How long did you work there?
2 weeks, 3 weeks. You can't even call it a job. I don't think I even had a uniform as yet, bruh.
You didn't even get a full month's salary.
No, I was getting paid daily. So I take that money and buy Zol and go home and carry on. I mean, bro,
Yeah.
I was still smoking Zol. I was still doing my thing. I just didn't give a damn, bro.
Tomorrow comes on, your money is finished.
100%. I live like it. You know, make it today. Tomorrow we're gonna make more. So then, and through this all, I thought, bro, I was so convinced that I was gonna be a famous rapper, bro. Like that was my thing, bro. Like that was so that was it, bro. I'm gonna be rich, Eminem. I'm coming for you. That was it, bro. In my head, I was convinced. So I didn't give a damn. Sag my pants, baggy shirts. I mean, I didn't have to do this work stuff. What you talking about? I'm gonna be famous. Wait,
Yeah, you don't
16 years old and be famous. 17 years old, 18. By the age of 25, I was like, oh shit, this is not
no
as
fame.
Yeah, I've dropped a few heavy lines here. And why is no one signing me yet? You know what I'm saying? it's really difficult.
So now, in that time, was SoundCloud already a thing?
SoundCloud wasn't a thing back then. It might have been, but I wasn't hooked up like that. But I mean, to be honest, I wasn't even putting music together. I was just busting a few things in front of a few people and hoping someone would send my tape to Eminem or Dr. Dre. You know what I mean? Something like that.
Like it happens in the movies.
Yeah, exactly like it happens in the movies. 8 Mile was out at that time, so I was hooked by that. So I thought, bruh, that was it. And obviously, with that now, I fell into a life of drugs, bruh.
Okay, yes.
Right,
mean-
so,
We all know how easily that happens.
yeah. So, all right, we're going to fast forward a few years. I mean, through this whole time, I was in and out of jobs, smoking weed. I started experimenting with ecstasy, microdots, etc., etc. And then in 2011, on Mother's Day, actually, my sister died in a car accident with her fiance a week before her wedding. And that hit us hard. The night before that actually happened, we were having a bride together. Mark and Candace, rest in peace. I love you guys, man.
Sorry, man.
So the night before that, we used to have brides at their house a lot. Myself and my ex-girlfriend Leandri. We used to have a lot of brides at their house, and Mark and I were good fishing friends, and we played golf together and stuff. I mean, he's going to be my brother-in-law. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you gotta. It's family. It's
Yeah,
family.
I mean, and he smoked Zol as well. We got along. You understand? So he was a lot older than me. I think he was 30. I think he was like 10 years older than me. And the night before the accident, so it was the 7th of May, 8th of May, it was Mother's Day, 2011. I remember like it was yesterday, bro. We went to the house to have a bride, as per usual, bro. I think it was a Saturday Mother's Day. It was a Sunday. We went to the house. I think it was Saturday night. We went to their house, had a bra, got on, done the whole thing. And as I was climbing in my car to leave, I wasn't one to hug and kiss my sister goodbye and all that. I mean, I'll see you later. You understand?
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
still
yeah,
young.
yeah.
I'll see you later. And but I was getting into my car, but it's unreal. I can close my eyes and see it now. My sister was standing in front of the car talking to Lee, and Mark was standing next to my door. I just got a new the TDRs, the Polo TDRs. And he had a company car, actually, a 1900 TDR. He worked for ALB. So I was getting in my car, and I just looked up at my sister, bro, and I just had this strange feeling going, give her a hug and a kiss. Like, it just was a strange thing, bro. And like, I thought, no, I'll see you tomorrow, bro. I regret that, bro. I don't live with regret, but I regret that, bro. Something told me in that instant, go and hug and kiss your sister, and I never did. I thought, I'll see you tomorrow. Because it was stupid then, you know? Now I'm going to go and hug and kiss her. It's going to be weird. And then, so Mark and I said we were going fishing that morning. I just bought a new fishing reel. We were going to hit the bay. We were going to go fishing. And as I was getting in the car, I said to him, because they were going to Durban to go see the wedding photographer, for their wedding was in a week. And Leandri and my ex and I always used to go with them. Like if they took a trip to Durban, we'd go with them, just to get out, you know what I mean, whatever. And I was getting in the car, I said, hey, could we come with you guys tomorrow? My sister said, no, we're going by ourselves. I would have died. We would have died that day with them, bro. And that was the night before. And they said, no, they're going together. You know, they'll see us when they got back. So about 8:30, 9 o'clock, I'm trying to phone Mark to see what time they're going to get back. And his phone is off, which I thought, okay, they're probably with the wedding photographer. I try to phone my sister, her phone's off, and they must be with the wedding photographer. And about 10 minutes after that, my mother phones me hysterical. Now, my mother works at the hospital, Bay Hospital. My mom phones me hysterical. Cancer Mark had been involved in a car accident. And I just knew, bro. Like, I knew because when you're on the N2, bro, you're doing speed. It's not like you have an accident, Cancer driving from Merens here to here and there's an accident. That's still survivable.
It's at least 100 kilometers, at least.
Minimum, yeah.
Minimum.
And when I got to the hospital, my mom was lying on the floor, bro, like wailing, bro, like a cry I've never heard, bro. And she had the phone in her hand and she was talking to Laurie Kemp. Now, Laurie Kemp was my sister's very good friend, and she's actually she was I don't know what the correct term is, an editor or something at the Zululand Observer. And when I got in there, my mom was screaming, like, bro, you can imagine, in agony. And I just took the phone out of my mom's hand, and I just heard Laurie Kemp saying they're loading the bodies in the van now. And bro, we just both sat there, and And the strange thing is, bro, we sat there and we cried, and my mom was walking around saying, "Please, Lord, save my daughter. I'll worship you for the rest of my life." It was the most unreal sensation that I've ever felt, bro. It was an out of body experience. I literally stood back and I could watch me and my mom pacing up and down the hospital, screaming and crying and praying. But it's funny that people always pray in time of need. I mean, because that's what you're taught to do. And about 10 minutes after that, someone phoned to the reception and said, "Tell Darlene, Candace, and Marco, okay, they're on their way to Belito Hospital."
Oh.
A white lady came out. We were standing in the parking lot screaming. I just phoned my dad. I said, "Dad, come, Candace and Mark have been in an accident. They dead." I mean, there's no other way to say it. I had to phone my dad and tell him his only daughter was dead, bro. So when he got there, bro, my dad was pale like, bro, he was white like a sheet, bro. So when my dad got there, this person had just come out of the hospital and said, no, everything's fine. Candace and Mark are on their way to Belito. They're in an ambulance. Everything's fine. And I'm like, this. I'm getting in the car and I'm driving to Belito, and as I started running towards my car, the lady came out and said, "No, sorry, that's wrong information. They actually loaded the bodies into the mortuary van and they're bringing them to the Richards Bay mortuary."
What a cuck call to make to someone.
Yeah, it's a very cuck one, bro. My dad went home. My dad went home, closed his garage, and he just sat there and screamed, bro. It wasn't even a cry. It was a utter scream. Sorry for that noise. We've got ducks outside. He screamed, bro, and he just screamed and screamed and screamed and screamed and screamed. Screamed. I don't know what the correct terminology is, but he just went off his head, bro. My sister, like I was my mom's half in that sense. My dad and my sister were
Tight.
bro,
Unbreakable bond.
100%, and I've always known that, and I'm cool with that, bro. I mean, I got no situation with, I mean, I got no issue with that. Just something I want a disclaimer. I'm not blaming anyone or anything that's happened in my life for where I've been and where I've gone. Everything that I've done, every situation that I've put myself into is my own doing. I'm not blaming my parents. I'm not blaming my sister's death. I'm not blaming anyone. Every single thing I've done was a conscious decision that I made. There was never outside influence. There was never peer pressure. I made the conscious decision. I was in control every single time that I made a bad decision. So I'm not using my sister's death. I've never used my sister's death. I've never used the fact that my parents were divorced. We had to split between Christmases. We had to split birthdays. I'm not using that. Every decision I made was my own doing, and I take full responsibility for it. Now that that's out the way. So my sister and Mark passed away. And that obviously ripped the family apart because it was never the same after that. We used to have Christmases and birthdays, and it was big festivities at my dad's house and pool days, and it was a thing, bro. It was a thing. And you know, when someone dies in a family, bro, it's everyone dies in the family, bro. Like,
Oh yes.
everything was taken away, bro. It was dark, bro. Not only losing my sister, I mean, I love my sister to death, but with Mark, it was just gone, bro. And you know what the thing is, like my dad once said to me, and it's forgive me for saying this, but they both had to die because one wouldn't be able to live without the other, bro. It was that type of a bond that they had.
I know it might sound ridiculous, but
yeah.
it was maybe their destiny to go together.
You know, and you know what, bro? Like a few weeks later, someone phoned my mom. I don't know what this person did. If you're watching this, you should never have done that. And said they're still picking up my sister's invitations off the N2 because when the car smashed, my sister's car was full of invitations, and they said we're still picking up the invitations off the N2, like a month.
Wedding invitations.
Wedding invitations. I mean, I don't know what my mom phoned me and it shattered my mom, bro. There's no need for that. Maybe they meant good when they were doing it, but anyway. So that happened in 2011. Then after that, my life, even though that had happened, like I started doing things the right way. I was still doing the dwellings. I wasn't on the cocaine yet, but I was still doing Zol and ecstasy occasionally, etc., etc. And then I was working with Lee's dad, Leandri, because I was in and out of jobs. I couldn't hold a job down for anything. And he had a plumbing company, EM Plumbing. Rolf Kruger, shout out, that bully taught me everything,
Whoop,
man.
whoop. Shout out, Rolf Kruger.
Shout out, yeah. I'm not sure if he's still alive, but he was a really old man. He used to work for the municipality, bro. And let me tell you what, he was an old school plumber where you do things like this and that. There is no shortcuts. And I was
the right way or don't fucking do
or
it.
don't do it, bro. Don't do it. Leave the tools and go home. So I remember the first day I learned about this bully. So now I thought, right. So they gave me a job. They gave me a job, 2,500 rand a month or whatever it was, 2. His tool boy. So when I learned about this bully, bro, we're about a week into me working for him. Now I'm thinking I'm dating this little daughter, you know. I'm here with the Lani in the front of the van. So I remember we were doing Audio Computer World's building in Alton.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, their building. We were doing their building.
That face brick building.
Yeah,
I know
we were
that
doing the
building.
plumbing. So before they'd even broke earth there, we were putting the stormwater lines, and they run straight down the. As you drive in, they run straight to the back because the flame was at the back. So he tunes me, load 3 spades. Start shooting hundreds. Now I don't know about hard work, bruh. I'm working with the Lani's. I had a job at Exact. I was folding clothes. I was like the big Lani there. Thought I was the big Lani.
You're folding clothes at Exact.
Yeah, I was folding clothes at Exact. That's how I started folding clothes. Then they put me into the shoe department. From the shoe department, they put me on the till. From till, they put me to the cell phone department. Now the cell phone department, you were the creme de la creme. I mean, you were there. You know, MTN, you selling phones. You were there. D500s, whatever. I'm your man.
The
slider, yeah.
Yes, those are good phones, eh?
So that's the life. I mean, I don't know about hard work, bro. I don't know what that is. So the first 2 weeks I'm working for him, we loading the vehicle in the morning. Cause I just like cleaning the vehicle, whatever. I was not about that because I don't know why I'm cleaning the vehicle, but anyway, I'm cleaning the vehicle. So he says, load 3 spades. So now we go to town. We're going to pick up. We're picking up 3 guys to assist us. We pick up 1. So we get to the job site. I open my lunchbox. I want to start eating, bro. The bully gets out, tunes the boy, grab a spade. You start there. And he looks at me and says, you start there. We'll meet here.
Let you werk, see it.
I can remember it. I can remember it. I still started flukking in my head. You know when it's hot, bruh, and you're in a trench. Now you're in a trench and you got to buck to dig, you know, because it's a narrow trench. So like you're only digging for a 160 pipe. So it's like your shoulders are, and it's hot because there's no wind in the trench. And as the sand is blowing into the back of my neck here.
And anybody that knows Richards Bay knows the heat here is nothing.
Thank God that our sand is relatively soft. It's not like Impangeni or, outlaying it. It's like beach sand. But that's the day I learned that what work was all about, bro. We started working there and so that was the beginning of my plumbing journey. So I worked with him for about a year and a half, and we had big boxes, bro. We had big fights because, I thought I was coming to a cushy job. Then when I started realizing, hold on, I actually got to work here, the $2.5 they were paying me wasn't
enough.
It wasn't cutting it for me, bro.
But now, was he a difficult bully to work for?
Very difficult.
So it wasn't just you doing your job, you cucking also.
Cucking. And the thing is, bro, I appreciate it now. At the time I didn't, but I appreciate it now because he told me the right. I remember him telling me the one day, if you go to a customer's house, the customer must find it cleaner than what he left it. It must look like you were never there.
Yeah.
So like my thing now is housekeeping. When we go to a client's house, it's the first thing I tell my guys is don't mess. Leave the job. The job we can come back for if it's a problem, but don't be untidy.
Yes.
That is the worst thing. You come home and a contractor's left your house untidy is the worst thing, bro. It's fine if you call the contractor back, you're unhappy with something, that's fine. But untidiness, bro, is unforgivable, bro. It's just basic human intelligence. Leave the place neat.
Bro, if you can't keep your environment clean, you can't keep your mind clean.
100%. Then the job is a cock up. And another thing that he told me is another thing that he taught me. I would say is that there's no time for lunch. I always shoot him when are we eating. He says, "Well, we're driving to the next job."
Well, it makes sense, doesn't it?
There's no sitting outside under the tree. We're eating now while we're driving to the next shop.
Yeah.
And while I'm doing that, I'm packing the paperwork away, the invoices that we bought. So he taught me work ethics, bro. He taught me hard work and work ethics. And I think at that time of my life, I needed that, bro. I was still doing the dwellings. I was still smoking Zol. And that's when I started now with the bags, dabbling in the cocaine and whatever else.
Because you had so much at the spend.
I had some
You had
much
a
to
little money.
spend.
You know, not much, but you
I
had
was
some
also
money.
stealing scrap from him, like scrap metals. I used to load the vehicle in the morning. Meneer, ek's baie jammer as jy luister. But bro, like with this episode, I'm telling everything, bro. We're not sugarcoating anything, bro.
no need to
You guys
sugarcoat
judge me
anything.
if you want to judge me. I actually don't care. I don't judge me in my past. I don't live there anymore. You know what I mean? So I was steal scrap from him, and at that time I was validating it by, well, you're not paying me enough, so I'm gonna pay myself type of thing. So while I'm cleaning the bucket in the morning, instead of taking the scrap and putting it in the scrap bin, I was loading my Golf. I had an old Golf. Another thing is, Bill, what my buddy taught me as well, I was getting paid $2,000 a month, 2,000 Rand a month, bruh. My dad gave me money to buy a car, so I'd pay him 500 Rand rent, I'd pay him 500 Rand towards the car. 1,000 Rand a month to put fuel in, buy deodorant, buy chow.
Well, whatever you need,
So I must make a plan.
Yes.
So the scrap was the plan. Okay, so I worked for him for about a year. Then I got a job at KLC Plumbing. And then I started at BHP Bulletin. So they took me, because I sold myself to KLC, like, I know this work. This is me. Because they're going to pay me 6,000.
Okay.
So he's like, no, do you know the job? I said, I know it.
You know anything?
No, I know it.
You'll fix a
No, I
helicopter
know it.
if you need
No,
to.
I know it, yeah. Just show me where it is, I'll fix it. Then they put me in the position, and I had to learn very quickly. And the thing is, when you're on site and you don't have people watching over you, you can at least learn. You don't have the stress
if
of
you
another
make a
plumber.
mistake, you can still try and
Yes,
fix it up.
because I was dealing directly with the client at that time, which was BHP. If there's a problem, and I'm a bullshitter, I can talk my way out of anything. I used to lie a lot. I'm really trying not to lie. The problem with a lie is you got to cover the lie with another lie. You got to remember a lie. If I tell you I'm wearing a grey shirt, I'm wearing a grey shirt. But if I tell you I'm wearing a pink shirt, next time you see me, I must remember I told you I'm wearing a pink shirt.
Yeah, but you know what? Telling the truth is easier to remember.
There we go. So, like, I could absorb a lot of the stuff I done wrong at Hillside by just saying, okay, we're going to try this, we're going to try that. So, not a lot of times I got to the boss or whatever that we had cocked up. So, I basically built myself up at Hillside, teaching myself plumbing. The OMA taught me the fundamentals of hard work and stuff like that, right? So, at BHP, I worked there for a year and a half. And then eventually my dad said to me, you need to go get qualified. Because like at the end of my day, my dad always told me is, if you become something, you become an artisan or a tradesman, no one can ever take that away from you. You can lose whatever you have. You can lose the house that you live in, but you're a tradesman. No one can take that from you. That's yours. They can strip you of all your possessions, but you are a qualified tradesman, and that is your bread and butter. Best decision I made in my life. I went and got trade tested, Olifantsfontein, the proper place.
The best place.
So I done a month's brush-up course, because at that time I was fresh with plumbing, bro. I was only 2 years in the trade. And you need 4 years minimum, so I had to pull this so to write me a letter. I'd worked for them for so long. I got qualified, right. After I got qualified, I worked for them for about 2-3 months, because they had promised me, once you qualified, we're going to up your pay to 9,000.
Yeah, because you're qualified now.
100%. But they were already punting me to Hillside as a qualified plumber.
Yeah, like they were invoicing you as a qualified plumber.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm clueless. Right, So then my dad sent me to go get trade tested. Funny thing is, he drove me up on the Greyhound. It was such a cock-up, bro. Drove me up to Joburg on the Greyhound. Got on the bus here at McDonald's. Right.
It's a cock bus. Let me tell you, I drove that bus many times.
It's a cock bus. And I don't know what was leaking, but every time they hit the brakes, the water would come down the aisle, bro. I don't know if it was a toilet. When you went to the toilet, the lights weren't working. So how's this? Halfway to Joburg, we had left somebody there. So we got picked up here at 11. We were supposed to get there at 7 at night. We got there 1 the next morning. Now, the people at the trade test center were supposed to pick me up at 7 that evening or 8 that evening at Joburg bus station, which is like in Central.
Yes, and that's a dodgy place.
Bro, we got there 1 o'clock in the morning. I just sit till the next morning, bro, with my bags outside there. I must have been, I think I was 21, bro. 21. I'm ex-banker. I'm sitting there with my bags. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, got qualified, came back. My dad flew me back.
Hey.
He flew me back.
Now, congratulations.
Yeah, now out of 10, 12 O's that went, I was the only year that passed. So, got qualified, came back. KLC refused to up my pay.
Yeah.
So BHP Bulletin took me as their plumber, and that KLC lost the contract.
And then, so you got employed permanently on that site?
Well, they call them FTEs, full-time equivalents. So we wear the uniform. We're just employed by a company that's employed by them permanently, but they don't deal with us in HR issues. Full-time contractor, basically. Yeah. And KLC lost their thing. I went to Bob and I said, Bob, you need to increase my pay. This is what they're doing there. Nonsense. They'll never do that. Nonsense. Everyone that knows Bob knows exactly that's how he talks. Nonsense. They can never do that. We've got a contract with them. 2 weeks later, they had no contract. I was in a BHP uniform, bro. Right, that was 10 grand a month. I worked there for a year. Then Piers Plumbing came along. Pierre had passed away, and my mother knew Rencher. Rencher was Pierre's wife, and they worked together at the hospital. Then Rencher needed a qualified plumber to sign off on all the insurance works. I'm just skipping through my work career because that's not really what. I just want to explain how we got there. So from BHP, I went to Pierre's Plumbing. She paid me a bit more. But that woman was suffering with a lot in her life, bro. Rest in peace. She committed suicide at the end of the day.
Shame.
I don't know the particulars or whatever it is, but yeah, she was going through a lot. So I bought the company from her actually. She said she just can't do it anymore. Would I like to buy the company? So my father put the money down, bought the company, and I basically was running Pierce Plumbing, bro. Because sometimes I'd come to the office because the office was at her house. She would just hand me the keys through the window, bro. Like, carry on as you were.
You carry on and do everything.
Carry on as you were.
Get the guys ready, make sure everyone knows what they're doing for the day.
Goodbye. And I used to go around and apologize to customers because half the staff wouldn't pitch, bro. I had to go and apologize to customers like it was my customers. So I already had the feel for it. I took Pierce Plumbing over. I think they were turning over 1 million a year, bro. When I cocked it up, 8 years later, we're turning over 8.6 million. Let's call it 9 million. Right, so in that time, I gave up drugs, bro. Because now, when you're so busy, you can't even think about drugs, bro. Like, I had no time to do nothing, but I started drinking heavy. I'll drink a bottle of whiskey a night. 100 poppers. I would drink a bottle of whiskey. Any of my ex-girlfriends out there can vouch for this. A bottle of whiskey a night, bro. I mean, but you know what stressful environments is like, but
Yeah,
to have that constant phone ringing, it's just too much.
Guys are not on site, not doing their jobs right. You got
Bro,
customers complaining.
and you know what? They say when you're your boss, your own boss, you don't have bosses. Every time your phone rings, that's your boss. People say, oh, have your own company, no one's your boss.
Guys,
Bullshit.
Yeah.
A customer that phones you is your boss. For that 2-3 hours, he is your boss. He says jump, you ask how high. So anyway, Piers Plumbing. Then I met this one girl, Yukisha. And she was young. I think she was 23 and I was 28. So I was over the drug phase, bro. It wasn't like, eventually I got to a point where I was just like, the
Okay,
drugs.
but now you say, sorry. You say you were drinking, but were you going out also?
No.
Not,
No
you're
time.
not up in the clubs.
Nothing at all, bro. Look, I'm not a person that goes out. I'll tell you why, because I don't know if it's my face or whatever it is, but, bro, I used to get involved with speeches, bro. Fights like you won't believe, bro. I'm also an arrogant, loudmouth individual. So, like, if someone said something, I wouldn't keep quiet. Like, even if they're twice your size.
Yeah, you'll still go
I
and
felt
say,
if I
"Come on."
didn't say something, I'm doing an injustice to myself. Like, if something's not said, the whole universe would change in my head type of thing. Like, if I don't say this to this guy now, maybe it's going to lead to something else. So if someone said something to me, I have to respond. Like, even sometimes I would be saying it in my brain, saying, Barry, you're doing the wrong thing, yeah?
Yeah,
And the
shut
words
up.
are out my mouth, and then next thing, it's glasses and...
Dan
it's-
kaka, dan
yeah.
kak iemand.
And I always come off second best, bro. I mean, I can't fight. I mean, bro, I got hospital bills that can vouch for that. I was in ICU for a week, bro. I got beat within an inch of my life, bro, with garden tools. Myself
so.
and Alex, I don't know if you're listening to this, you bastard. We got involved. We actually mugged 7 guys, bro, outside the Arboretum swimming pool. Because at that time, I was thick on the drugs.
You mugged 7 guys.
7 guys, yeah.
And you got fucked up.
Yeah, so what had happened is... right,
Let's
so there's a
listen
bunch
to
of
this.
lighties.
This is going to be a good one. This is going to be a good
we
one.
were chowing ecstasy, fat, and we jumped over. Now, when you're at, I must have been about 21, 22 at that stage. Now, we're chowing ecstasy. We don't go to the clubs because people know us, we'll get involved. So we just chow ecstasy and go miff somewhere. You understand?
Just blow 'em out. Yeah.
Just blow 'em out, rolling your eyes, looking at this.
Getting weird.
Yeah, getting weird. So we're sitting in the public pool now, Arboretum public pool, and we can hear, Axel for your boss, getting on like that, shouting and screaming, Afrikaans. So we put our head over the wall. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning, there's like 7 walking down the streets. And bro, at that stage, we were both moving with knives. We were gangsters, Tupac, bro. We were, yeah.
Yeah, you don't
Well,
fuck
we
with
thought
these
we were
O's.
roughos, bro.
Yeah.
And we jumped the wall. And we took these O's by surprise, bro. And the O's knew me, because as soon as they, Barry, we didn't know it was you, because we said, who you going to mood? Because they're shouting, what's your mood? Now, we obviously know they're not talking to us. They're just drunk. So we said, who you going to mood? Like, Barry, so we didn't know it was you. Because I had a name for myself in the sense that when I got involved, it was a big scene. I'd always get mood to shit, but it was a big
Always
scene.
make a big
so,
fucking
Barry
scene.
was there, Barry was there. Meanwhile, they don't know what happened to Barry. So we mugged these O's. 2 knives out, put your cell phones down. Right, we rinsed them. Put their cell phones down. They ran away. So Alex said to me, you can't steal them. They know your name. They know your name. They're saying, Barry, I couldn't give 2 shits. I'm taking this. We're going to the bag shop. We're going to get some cocaine with this. This is what we're doing. Bro. So the 7 of them doubled up. They ran around and they went so it was a big loop in the street. Just outside the public pool in Arboretum. You know, it loops.
Yeah.
So they must have scaled their wall, and they came back with like 10 O's, bro. So they're walking. So next thing, as we're walking, they came back quick because we stood in the street and first talk, check what we're going to do with what phone. Alex saying, no, give their phones back. They know who you are. They used your name. So next thing we hear commotion behind us. We look, there's 10 O's. Now we're not going to fight from this, bro. So we start tuning with these O's, and they start backing down because we got knives and they've got now like garden forks and whatever else. So we start tuning. Eventually we get to a point where we're walking them back. Now we feel like we've won. And as we turn around and we walk, the one who flukes your master.
Ooh.
And I turn around and I tune what? And as I do that, those swings with the spade. And I duck.
And that's when shit went down.
Bro, they beat me that I vomited and shat blood, bro. Bro, it was not good, bro. I was in ICU for a week. I still got the scars on my head to prove it.
So they beat you.
Senseless, bro.
They're in the road, right?
the road.
They left you there.
Sut. Alex came back actually because as we ran, my legs just collapsed under me, bro. Like I just couldn't run, bro. Like I just collapsed, and as I looked back, like I just saw the spade coming, bro, and I just turned my back. So they beat me. They ruptured my kidneys. That's why I was pissing blood and shitting blood and everything, vomiting blood, bro, vomiting blood. And Alex came back and actually stabbed 2 of them. He was volt with a knife, bro. So yeah, thick on the ecstasy. So I just remember, bro. I don't remember anything except getting pulled into a car. And then next thing, I'm lying in theater, not in theater, in the emergency departments in the Bay Hospital. And now I'm still like this, bro. I'm rushing off my face. And as they must have given me something like adrenaline to come right, bro. And as I start coming right like this, I'm like talking, as I come out like this, my dad and my mom are standing there. And Alex is like, I had to tell them what we were doing. I had to tell them what we were doing. I had to tell them what we were on so they can give
So
you
they
the
can
right
try and
stuff.
save your life, yeah.
Yeah. And bro, and now I've just got involved. I've just mugged people and they've just found out I'm doing hard drugs. So it just all came crashing down. Boom, bang. So then, I'm going to fast forward a bit. So then I got involved with this girl, Keisha. She was 23. I was about 28, Pierce Plumbing. And she just got into a phase. I mean, she was beautiful, bro. She was an absolutely beautiful woman, but she was like oil and water, bro. So
Is she a local chick from Richards Bay?
No, she's from Joburg. And the thing is, her parents are very wealthy. They got a large ambulance service up there, bro. They're very, very wealthy. So with that, a woman with money always has a certain air about herself. And she was intelligent as well. She was a qualified auditor. She worked at KPMG. Well, she had just become qualified at that stage. I'd met her, she was 23, so she had just finished university and doing her first years, whatever it was, at KPMG. So she just wanted to start, because now she's got out of university. She's studied her whole life. Now she's just got out of university. Now she wants to experiment with drugs. And I'm just coming out of drugs. So now, I was on my path to do my work. I was just Pierce Plumbing. I was drinking a lot, yes, but I wasn't doing any drugs.
But now, were you in a sense of trying to kind of influence her to not? Were you motivating her to not try it or anything like that?
Not at all. She said she wanted to do it. I said, I got the number.
Yo, so you weren't really a really good influence.
Not at all. Not at all. So we started doing drugs together. She would come down here on the weekend. We would do ecstasy together, get weird and stuff. And then, fast forward a year, I asked her to marry me. She said yes. She moved down here, and then things just went completely off the rails, bro. Like, we were bagging every night. We were fighting, physically beating each other. I mean, I got a scar here on my lip. I don't know if it's here. If you can make it out. A little bit, yes. Yeah, she hit me in the lip with a cell phone, bro. We were driving, and she backhanded
like a Nokia 3310 that.
No. But she was holding it like this, that I could actually put my tongue through my lip like that. While we were driving, I just had got the new Ford Ranger, and yes, I almost rolled that car. I took her back to a pause, and I gave her the hiding of her life, bro. I just laid into her, bro, like a man, not with a closed hand, but I hit her. She hit me. It was terrible, bro.
Well, we don't condone.
We do not condone that.
Any
violence to
women or kids, any of it.
Like I said, guys, don't judge me my past. I don't live there anymore, man.
Yeah.
So anyway, we were. I mean, bro, the beating got to a point where she would beat me while I'm sleeping, type of thing. Then she would phone the taxi, get in the taxi, speed to the airport, King Shark Airport. I'd be behind her in the S3. We would get there. Let me tell you a story the one day. So she would always threaten to leave, because she knew I loved her, bro. So the one day I'm out working, and she found one of my cell phones. The cell phones I used to like phone the scallums and stuff, bro. And she found a cell phone in my room, and it was off. So I said, no, it's one of my guys' cell phones, And she put it on, but she couldn't see what was on there, but she could see there was like Facebook or whatever it was at that time. So I said, no, I don't know whose phone this is. I'll have to come home and check. My bloody maid found it and gave it to her. I don't know why she done that, bro. I was paying the maid. I don't know why the maid done that. So I come home and I see this help. And this girl, she was an auditor. So let me tell you what, bro. If there's a kink, she's going to find the kink. That she audits for a living.
Yeah, she's going to find the fault somewhere.
Shot. So I walked into the office. The office was at my house, and I saw the phone lying on the table. So I said, I don't know whose phone is. To start arguing about the phone. No, I know I have to get rid of this phone. I have to do something. So I start getting angry. I start making up this anger. I'm like, fuck this phone. I take the phone. I just throw the phone against the wall. It's just pieces, dude. So she's like, oh, well done. Now I know why you done that. She was sharp. So anyway, she got in a taxi. Now she knew I loved her, bro. I mean, I loved her. Like I was actually sickly in love with her to a point where it wasn't healthy, bro. Because she was hot. Like she was an 11 out of 10.
Yo.
So she got in the taxi, took a taxi, like one of these, like call a taxi, whatever, and went to King Shark. I'm behind her. But I gave her some leeway. I gave her like an hour or two. So when she went to go sit in the Spur outside the airport and started hitting double vodkas and Sprite, bro. That was her thing. By the time I got there, she must have had about 10. Bro, when I got there and I walked into that Spur section, she takes her bags, starts throwing her bags at me. Take my bags, you fucking puss. Starts throwing her bags at me, bro. She got my car keys, bro. So what happened is I went, I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. I don't like to make a scene, bro. I don't like to, especially with a female. So we get to the car, she's looking nowhere, everyone's looking at us. We get into the car, I open the door for her now. Yes, ma'am, get in the car, start the car so the aircon's on, as I put her bags in the back and I close the boot, she locks the doors. Bah! She jumps into the driver's seat. Now I've got the ticket to get out though. So undercover parking at...
So she can't leave.
She can't leave, but I can't get in the car. And my car was worked, bro. So it made noise. This chatty for about half an hour, but I tore up and down the inside parking area
with the S3?
With the S3 at King Shark, bro. The
This is
security
now,
guards, they,
This is now, sorry guys, sorry. So this is now Audi S3.
yeah, and it was
Beautiful.
worked.
Yes,
it
that was a
was
beautiful
worked,
car. Yeah.
worked, bro. It shooting flames. I mean, you know me in cars, bro. It was worked. And this Chedi is tearing the shit out of this car up and down the parking area, and it's echoing. Quah, 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 quah.
Sorry about that.
5-minute commercial break. So anyway, so she's tearing up. Now she can't leave, bro. The security guards are out. We're all trying to stop her. So what this chick does, and the flight have just must have come in because cars are trying to leave now. So what she does is she goes to like, it comes up like this, and then she stops the cab, climbs out, takes her bags out the back. But as she takes her bags out the back, the bags just open. It's just high heels and underwear. And she locks the car and she runs with my keys. Now I'm standing there next to an S3. Her clothes and her bags are everywhere. I'm trying to put the stuff back in the car. I can't. Everyone's looking at me. I'm sober as a judge.
Yeah.
And she's running away with the keys. I don't know where she's gone to. No one knows where she's gone to. Now the cars, no one can move. No one can leave. She's parked like in front of the boom thing. No one can
Obstructing
leave. Bruh.
everybody.
Freddie, and I'm not one for confrontation like that, bro. And
And now you got everyone hooting,
looking
hammering,
and what's
getting
going
mauled.
on.
They
and,
want to go
bro,
home.
literally the dirty laundries in the streets. Literally, bro. Bruh. So, yeah, that relationship ended as fast as it started. And then my drug problem started, bro. Like, I just went off, bro.
Let's just go back a quick second. Okay, so you sorted your shit at the airport. What you came back?
So while we're coming back, okay, listen, I'm not trying to speed this up. So while we're coming back, I mean, look, it's no
Sorry,
secret.
it's an interesting
Okay,
story.
so
yeah,
I
it's
like
interesting.
Indian girls, man. Indian girls are my thing, bro. I love Indian women. I love Indian
Different strokes for different folks.
women. I love it, bro. They some people might hate me for this, but they got culture. They know how to treat their men like they raised properly. That's what I like about it, bro. And the caramel skin is what gets me. So while we're driving back now I'm apologizing. She's swearing. I'm swearing. I'm whatever. Bro, we're driving on the N2. This chick's opening the door, trying to climb out the car, bro.
Yo, that's not on the way back.
Her
from-
feet's hitting the ground like this, bro. On the way back, bro. It's mull out of her head, bro. I'm trying to drive. Bro, she grabbed the steering wheel, bro, and pulled the steering wheel down. That the S3 is 4-wheel drive. The S3 like this on the highway, bro. I'm driving. She just grabs the steering wheel and pulls it down like this, bro. Bro, absolutely shambles. We
Yeah.
get back. Obviously, she's gesape. She fell her mood off. Her whole back here was bruised. Then all of a sudden she became timid now because she fell climbing up the stairs. She fell properly, bro. Like when she left me, she still had. What had actually happened is she had ripped her muscle when she fell because she had fell on the lip of a step. So she had ripped her muscle. So she had this bubble on her arsesuckers permanently, bro.
That's Betty's mark.
Bro, it was like, so when she had tight pants on, because she liked tight, she was one of those women, bro. Like my dad always said to me, a pretty girl is everyone's girl. You know what I'm saying? And it's the truth, bro. Like she dressed for people. Like I always say to her, why is all these guys on your Instagram? She's like, oh, I'm a girl. What must I have? Other girls on my Instagram. So I'm like, well, just don't have Instagram. I mean,
Yeah,
you
it's
understand?
simple.
That's the type of
Simple.
woman
Yeah,
I
yeah,
want.
yeah.
If you
Yeah.
respect me, it's not that I'm
What are you
insecure.
advertising for?
I'm not insecure, bro.
Yeah.
A guy that's insecure is going to let you keep your Instagram like I was. Because, okay, no, he's scared you're going to leave him.
Yes, it's fine. You can carry on.
Yes,
it's
yes.
fine.
But a guy that is secure in himself is going to tell you delete that or I'm moving on. You understand? Because there's always provocative pictures, not like to the point of being sexual, but just pictures that I don't condone. And she didn't want to hear it, but she had her foot down because at some stage, you know, in a relationship, there's always a reacher. There's always a reacher.
yeah.
And I was the reacher in that sense.
Oh, yeah.
So everyone always said she's out of my league. You understand? So whatever she said, I was like, okay. But it got to a point where I was like, it wasn't working, bruh. But she left me and she left me lelik, bruh. She left me lelik and I was broken. Like it took me months to get over it, bro.
So let me ask you in between. So in between all this, you still have PS Plumbing. You're still
PS
operating.
Plumbing was still operating
full-time. Yes,
full time.
yes, yes.
It was slowly the drugs were starting to take over to a sense where I was losing contact with my clients. Whereas like if your clients phone you, they don't want to see your boys all the time. It's fine to send your guys out quickly now and let them do the job.
But there comes a time you need to be on
You
site.
have to
also.
show face.
Yes,
You have to
yes.
have that connection with your clients. Otherwise, you lose it. There's a lot of guys say, yo, look after your staff. Your staff will look after your clients. No. You have to look after both, bro. You have to look after both people. I mean, not treat your staff bad, but you got to look after both. And that was my problem. I was staying out of touch because I was just bagging it up, staying in the office, sending my guys, carrying
Yeah,
on.
you weren't maintaining your
I
relationship.
was not maintaining what I had built over 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years, bro. So, yeah, when she left, I just fell apart because she was basically the glue that was keeping it together in a sense that she was doing my paperwork, she was doing the bank recon, she was doing everything. So when she left, she had my she had my password for Pastel,
Ooh.
she had my password for the bank. She left with everything.
He didn't give you anything.
Nothing. When I phoned, I asked her for it. She said, "You smart enough, you figure it out."
Oh, yes.
So she left me in the dwang. I mean, there wasn't much money in the account to speak of, but it was just like that's how she left me. Understand? It wasn't her doing that the company fell. It was purely my own doing. I mean,
You cocked it up. You're the one that
in her
cocked it up.
defense,
Yes.
she gave me 100 grand to put into that company, bro.
She gave you.
an inheritance that she got from her grandfather.
Luxon.
Yeah, and I smoked that up. She thought she was rescuing the company, bro, and I took advantage of that, and I used that money and abused it for drugs. Like I said, bro, I've got nothing to hide, man. So, yeah, so she left, and then I started dating a girl that I used to date. It wasn't really a date thing; it was more just a fun fling. I'm not going to mention names because she's now the mother of my child.
Yeah, let's keep it out of it.
Yeah. So I started dating. Well, not dating her. We just started sleeping together, and like she was a rebound, a hard rebound, bro. And she knew it. I knew it. Everyone knew it. It wasn't a secret. And then she fell pregnant, bro.
This is not in your rebound stage.
In my rebound stage,
Okay,
hard
yes.
drugs. But you know what? In her defense, bro, she looked after me, bro. I had nothing when Keisha left. Meaning, whatever money I got and I drugged, whatever I had nothing. I couldn't look after myself. And then obviously now I started looking for people to help me, and I knew this chick had it in for me. So I know she had money. So I basically used her, and in this whole process, she got pregnant. And I still at my house in Arboretum, but I hadn't paid the bond there for a few months. And yeah, eventually they ended up repossessing the house. But before that all happened is, so the repossession process of a house is quite lengthy. It's like a year or two. So I went from my house and I left my house to go stay at this girl's house, my baby mama's house, because bro, I just kept getting lawyers coming to my house and they were coming with attachments, things, and they just it was just constant people there for customers that I had taken money from. I didn't do jobs because everyone knew my office was my house residence. So people kept coming there. So I abandoned that house actually, bro. And then eventually the neighbors started phoning me and saying there's people breaking into the house. So this time I was thick on the drugs, bro. So I said to the one Nigerian guy, I said, "I'll tell you what, you give me X amount of drugs every month and you can occupy the house." Because I knew the process of repossessing houses 2-3 years. They got to come, they got to do it.
It's not going to be a quick thing, yeah.
Yeah. So in that time I could get high every day.
But now in this time, the utilities and everything was still on.
No, they cut everything.
They
cut everything. They were basically living in the dark.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah.
So living in the dark, because on a water meter you get certain amounts of liters a day. So it's enough if you leave the tap open, you'll fill a few buckets over the evening, because you can't cut someone's water. You can cut their power, but legally, because water is a basic human right.
Yeah,
so they can restrict your water. They're restricted, so you can't really shower. You got to fill a cup and brush your face, or brush your teeth and wash your face. So these guys were staying in that conditions. I think they were paying me $5,000 worth of drugs every day or every month. So just a funny story. Within a 6-month period, I went from living in my house, bruh, which was a very nice house. I spent over 100,000 rand just on the kitchen itself. I went from living in my house, living in the main room with my air conditioner. 6 months later, I was sleeping on the floor in the lounge on a mattress, bro. And the drug dealer was living in my room with all his hoes, bro. Manufacturing the drugs cooking the drugs in my what used to be my office.
Basically. And you sleeping on the living room
and I'm sleeping
floor.
on the floor, like a real druggie, bro. So,
Luxon, that's a rough one.
6 months, bro. And
6 months you stayed like that?
No. I'm saying 6 month period.
Oh, okay.
And I had the nicest things. I had the PlayStation 4. I had the 7.2 Sony sound. My house was kitted, bro. I was a young guy, so everything is nice. Leather furniture, this, that, the next thing, everything gone. I'm sleeping on a thin little prison mattress, and he's living in my room, and the rest of the rooms are filled with his people, and they treated me lelik, bro. You can imagine.
Yeah.
I'm now nothing because I've got no money to give him. I'm basically just a landlord that has no authority.
It's got nothing. He just wants drugs.
Yeah, that's it, bro. I wasn't eating. Every now and then they'd give me a bit of food. I mean, it was my own doing. I could have left any time. No one held me there. And then I started. Then at this time my child had actually just been born. And my child hadn't been born. This girl had just fallen pregnant. But now she met up with my drug ways, and she said she doesn't want that around our child, which is fine. So she kicked me out of her place. So I had nowhere to go. My dad didn't want anything to do with me. I mean, my dad knew what I was doing. My dad didn't want anything to do with me. Not in the sense that he didn't want anything to do with me. I was almost too embarrassed to go home and explain what had happened. Because, I mean, I messed up a turnover 8 million rand a year company, basically.
That's missing out bad, bro.
Where are we sitting on time, bro?
Bro, we are currently an hour 20.
All right.
Okay, listen. Keep that thought. Let me just... That camera there is
we're losing
a cock
signal.
up. Yeah, let me just see if I can fix it. Sorry
Sorry
to
guys,
our
stay
viewers.
tuned. Close your mouths. It gets more intense. I kind of feel like I asked you because we're still there. It must have just gone off. All right, so maybe we just have to expand that view. I don't know. Guys, we're taking a small break. Stay with us though.
Yeah, I just setting up the cameras like that.
Wonder if we open here what it looks like. Yo, what do you guys think of my gear? We're gonna get to that right now. Let's stay in a serious mode.
Yo, stomach.
Sealan, I see you. Sealan, I see you. Yeah, sorry, man. All right, we're still getting to how and why I look like this, guys. Sealan, I see you, man. I appreciate your message, but I appreciate your message. Sealan, I see you. I got stories to tell, man. I'm getting there. Yeah, man. I got stories to tell. Guys, I promise you I'm getting in the gym. I'm going to work on my fitness. I know I look terrible. This shirt isn't the most glamorous, but I'm representing a brand right now, guys. Sealan, I see you, man. I see you, but I got you here, man.
Hey, we're back on.
That's my brother there. Sealan, shout out, man.
Let's
Try to get that camera.
The outside.
Yeah.
Let's show what it looks like outside to the viewers quickly.
Do I need to open the door for a better signal? Let me try this again and stand up and suck my guts in.
There you guys can see the beautiful bay that's here in front of us.
Oh, lovely.
It's a pity you can't really see on the video how dark the water is. Close this up again.
Scared, sorry. Right, so can we jump back at it? I don't want to keep these guys waiting too long.
We can. I've just got that camera down again for some reason.
Maybe it's not charging quicker than it's. Is it plugged in? Your bank is full, bro.
The bank is full. Maybe you must just pick up. Well, we can stick to this camera now for a section.
Right, so
Sorry about that, guys. We've got a little camera issue. One of the cameras.
anyone want to sponsor us, camera gear guys, get at us.
Yeah, we'll accept any sponsors if you guys. If
We're
there's
trying
any,
to do it ourselves, but you know what? A helping hand is we'll go a long way.
It's always appreciated, you know.
100%. So anyway, sorry guys about the cap again. It's just at the lights. So I had 3 operations on my eye when I was very young. So I've got a lazy eye. I don't like to call it squint, but I got a lazy eye. So I had 3 operations on my eye. So like sharp light, it gets me. Hence the cap. Anyway, so where we were, right? Living in my house. 12 Hardekwil. 12 Hardekwil.
Yeah, I know where that is. Yeah.
12 Hardekwil. We were manufacturing drugs in my office, and I was sleeping on the floor in the lounge.
Let me pull up a
Google Street View.
Let me pull up a Google Street View. Yeah.
Get it there for us, Fred. Get it, man.
So it's 12.
Oh man, Sealan, we see you, bro. We just got a sponsor for $1,000, bro.
Hey,
Sealan,
yes,
bro, we love you, man.
Yes.
I must tell you guys about Sealan, bro. Sealan,
Yo.
I'm gonna get to Sealan, man. Sealan done a lot for me, bro.
Thank you.
I swore that guy so bad, bro. And you know what? Like, bro, I used to, man, bro, that guy led me to God, man. Like, you know what?
Well, you know,
We're gonna get to that.
Thankful for any of those people in your life. You
Yeah,
be thankful for.
yeah. Sealan, I see you, bro. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so
it's
much.
12
Hardekwil, HARDEKWOL. Get a Google Street View there for us. Guys, keep the sponsors coming in. Follow in Sealan's lead.
Yeah, I won't complain about that.
Sealan, I appreciate that, man.
But that will definitely go to the podcast.
100%,
Get some extra gear in
100%.
there.
We spent about 7,000 Rand today, myself and Freddie, on this gear. We had to get better mics, better setups. I believe this episode we need to push it viral, guys. I don't care. The world can know who I am or know what I used to be. I've completely changed. I mean, Freddie knows it, but we're going to get to that, so stay tuned, guys. Grab your popcorn, stay tuned. If anyone want to go to the toilet, go now. It's only going to get better.
Let's see, which one is it?
No, behind. Yeah, there's
This one here.
Yeah, that's the one
Is
there.
that your Bucky? No.
No, this is recent.
Let me put it up, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. 1200 call, ladies and gentlemen. So this was a hardcore drug and whorehouse. I can vouch for that. I can vouch for that. So up, you see that building in the front? I started with that, bro, and then they finished it.
Okay,
yeah.
yes. So the house is the one here in the back.
Yeah. So the office is on the left. The you can see it's got a sliding door on it.
Yeah,
There used to be a garage. Yeah. We're manufacturing, bro. Breaking Bad stories, bro.
Yes. Heavy.
Crack cocaine, hardcore. That's it, man. 1200 call. Let's get it. Anyway, right. So sleeping on the lounge floor.
Getting treated like shit by
Getting
the
treated like
Nigerians
shit,
in your
bro.
own house.
Bro, I was showering or bathing like every 2 days because there wasn't enough water to go around. I was eating dry putu, whatever they had. Man, it was bad, bro. But the thing is, I'd put myself in the situation. Anytime I could have got help and gotten out, but I didn't want to, bro. The drugs had me, bro. The devil had me. It was an ugly thing, bro. It was an ugly, ugly thing, bro. So, my baby mama didn't want anything to do with me. So eventually, like after like 2 months of living like that, it got to a point where I'd stolen from everyone. Because I was even phoning customers, bro, and making up stories to customers to give me money, bro. I'm stuck on the side of the road. I need fuel. It was an ugly thing, bro. Please, can you borrow me 500 and put in this account? I mean, Sealan will vouch. He knows my background, bro. So, yes, bro. Yeah, when I think about it now. So, like, I'd done a lot of people wrong, bro. And I got, after 2 months of sleeping on the floor, I got to a point I had nothing more to sell. I'd sold all my clothes. I'd sold everything I had. There was nothing more to sell. So I went back to my baby mama. She was at that stage like 3 months pregnant, whatever it was. Because when I got pregnant, she kicked me out. She's not having this shit around her child. I must double up.
No ways.
I mean, but you know what? When we started seeing each other and stuff, her love for me was so strong that she would have done anything. She was enabling me. She was giving me money to buy drugs. And the moment she got pregnant, it's like her motherly instinct kicked in. And she said, I'm not having this shit
like
around my daughter.
with
You
that.
change now or you leave. And obviously I'm like, fuck that. I'm not changing. I'm leaving.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're the man.
Yeah, I'm not changing for shit. So my washing bag full of clothes, stuffed to it, hardcore. Started selling my clothes to drug dealers. Started selling everything, bro. When I walked back to her palsy with my tail between my legs, I had the clothes on my back, bro. And then, you know, like a drug addict will always want to get sober when they have nothing left, bro.
Yeah, when
'Cause
you're at your lowest.
You have no option.
Yes.
You understand? So I had no option. My only option if I wanted to carry on surviving and eating was to go back to her and say, I'm changed. You understand? Then slept on the couch there for a while. Things started improving between us. I was helping around the house. I wasn't doing drugs because I had no money. I mean, I had no money and I wouldn't pawn anything out of her house because I knew like that was the only roof I had, the only warm meal I had in my stomach. But I mean, I was snuffing everything I could get my hands on. Her tablets in her cupboard, whatever, bro. Like I was just, because my mind frame was still stuck. Yeah, my mind frame was still stuck in there.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
So even though I wasn't doing the hardcore drugs like Panados, whatever, bro, just anything to get something up my nose, you know? And then, is that camera still dropping? All right, so then I stayed there for about a month or so, and then one of my friends, Carl Eckersley, if you're watching, bro, I know we haven't spoken in a while, but I love you, man. I got mad respect for you, bro. He started a business, a gas business. He started a gas business, and he actually started working with me at Piers Plumbing. I got him his first big job at Piers Plumbing. I was still engaged with Keisha at that time, and one of my big clients, I got him his first gas job, was about 35 grand, and that was like his up that he needed, you know. So I wouldn't say he owed me one, but he owed me one. So then when I went back to my ex's house, I want to keep saying her name. I mustn't. When I went back to my baby mama house after my whole drug episode at 12 Hardcore, like after a month or two, I eventually got a phone and got hold of him because I had nothing, bro. I had nothing, and so eventually I got a phone and I started making contact with old people because now, like a few weeks after hard drugs, your mind kicks into gear, you know? You start realizing, okay, listen, I need to do something with my life. I got a child coming. So I contacted him. Listen, if you need some help, whatever, plumbing work, because obviously he's doing gas keys and stuff, so whatever you need help with, I can give you a hand. So bro, he was paying me like $200-300 a day, you understand? Which, bro, at the time,
It was a lot. If
it
you
was
don't
a
have
lot. I had nothing,
anything-
bro. I had nothing.
Yeah.
And I mean, my baby mama, to be honest, at that stage, when I got kicked out of her house, when she said, take your choice, you take your choices, I rinsed her savings, 70,000, bro. Finished. She had nothing. It got to a point where we were eating Viennas and 2-minute noodles at night, bro. All am I doing? She wasn't buying her medications to give me drugs, bro. Because if I didn't get drugs, I was muslim, bro. I would tear the house down.
You then, eh?
She loved me,
Yeah,
bro.
that's...
Yeah. So that's actually how she got pregnant, because she wasn't buying her medication. Well, that's an excuse. I'm sure she just wanted my child because she loved me. I'm joking. I'm not trying to make her fun of us. But anyway, so Carl was giving me work, and I slowly started getting money, and it got to a point I'd get the money from him, I'd come and I'd give it straight to her. You understand? So like the first month or so, it was hardcore like that. Like, give her the money because I needed her to trust me. You understand? And then slowly, like start getting comfortable in your routine, and then the drugs started again. You understand? And you started meeting up. Drugs started meeting up. You're doing this. You're doing that. You're doing this. And then I met Gina.
Lovely woman.
And then I met Gina. Gina saved my life in a sense that, okay, look, I also abused Gina, not physically, but I would say emotionally and financially, because it was like I was running from pillar to post. So Keisha gave me 100 grand, I rinsed that 100 grand. My baby mama, almost said her name. My baby mama gave me, well, not gave me 70 grand, but gave me access to her savings in the sense that I need this for that. So I need to go and sort out my rates at my house, so I'm trying to get my house back 5 grand. I'm sitting and doing bags or smoking rocks with
in
it.
In the house.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to get the rates sorted out, and she believed me, but why shouldn't she believe me? So, right. So then, 100 grand from Keisha, gone. 70,000 from my baby mama, gone. I met Gina. Now, Gina is a well-off woman. She's a respected woman. She has her plans in order. She knows what she wants. Her head's screwed on. So I met up with her. So actually, I bullshitted my way through relationships and conning women. I can say I was a con man. That's what I can say I was. Tell them I love them, get access to their money. But Gina was
just so that you can get to the soft, sweet spot. To this.
I love yous. Yeah. I love yous. Do whatever you need. I bullshitted my way through it, bro. And then I got hold of Gina's money. Well, not got hold of it, but I started with my lies there, because I told her, no, I'm not involved with this woman. She just had my child by accident, which was the truth at that time. But yeah, I mean, bro, there's no blame on any of these women. If they to blame for anything, it's just that they love, bro. That's it. That's their only fault, is that they love me, and that's, I mean, I lied to them through and through, bro. So on to Gina. So then I left Cass because Cass had no money.
Yeah, you finished it.
My bad. My baby mama had no money. The cat's out the bag now. So I left Cass. She had no money. She was still working, keeping a full-time job. 6 months pregnant. I left and I went to go stay by Gina. She didn't take that very well. She came there to Gina's house screaming and shouting, and it was an ugly thing. My mom got involved. I mean, you can imagine. She's 6 months pregnant and you're walking out on her, bro. And she's looked after you for the last year because your other ex left you and she was a rebound.
And all the savings is gone and now you're leaving.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what she said. She said, oh, because my money's finished, now you hear about this rich lady. So I was with Gina, and Gina loved me, bro. I mean, she loved me, and I took advantage of that. And I was straight with Gina for a while. Like I was trying my best, bro. But you know, as soon as you start getting money and you start getting comfortable and you have excess money, and your mind is, out of hands with the devil's playground, bro. And I never wanted to get off drugs. I never wanted to change my life. I just stopped because I had no money. Do you understand?
That's the only reason. If you don't have money, you can't afford it.
And I wanted to eat, and I wanted to live in a house with a roof over me. I didn't want to live. Bro, it got to a stage that you see that building in how did it call, the one that just been done.
Yeah.
I was living in that with no roof, bro. Let me tell you a story, bro. The drug dealer didn't want me there anymore because I was seeing where he was hiding the bomb, and I was stealing the bomb. So I'd climb onto the roof at night, right? He didn't know I was there. I'd climb onto the roof at night. So every time they sold drugs to somebody, they'd go and hide in the
you check
yard.
What he's doing.
And I'd come down and I'd hit it down. And eventually met up with me. So he didn't want me in the yard. So I would climb over the gate, right? I would sit in that house because at that time it was just a block building, and I would take blocks that were there, cinder blocks, and I would build up like this, and I'd put cardboard over it and sit in there and shiver the night away, bro, because he didn't want me inside because I was stealing all of his drugs. Like, how's that, bro?
Yeah.
So I went from living in my room, in the main room, sleeping in my bed, to sleeping in the lounge on a mattress, to living outside in a cardboard box in my own yard, bro, all because of drugs. So I didn't want that anymore. So I'm going to listen to whatever Gina told me to do. So then, things started progressing with Gina. She believed my bullshit. I took her for a complete ride. I done her dirty, bro. And I'm going to pay for that one day. I'm going to pay for all of this, bro. I believe that there's a thing called karma. It might be the way the universe works, but I know that I'm forgiven by God. And, we're going to get into that. But anyway, so Gina and I started seeing each other. This was 2018, 2019.
4 years ago.
Yeah, Gina and I started seeing each other, and like my hair started getting screwed on now because I mean Gina leads a nice life, bro. Like she's a good woman, she's a clean woman, she's a woman of stature, and she's a woman of morals, and she's a woman of structure. Like if this thing must be in this place, it's in that place. Don't leave it there till tomorrow. Like if we have a bra, she'll clean the bra area now. You don't get people like that, bro. Like for something stupid. Like if we bra outside now, I just want to eat and I want to go inside and watch a movie.
And relax, yeah.
We sweep, we wash, we don't take the dry food and put it in the plates and put it in the fridge. We put that in a container. We put that neatly in the fridge. We wash, we clean up. It's done. When you come in the morning, it's like you never had the bra.
Yeah, it's a fresh day tomorrow. You're starting off
That's
fresh.
I learned from her, bro. And that started giving me structure in my life, right? And I lied to her the whole time, bro. I lied to her because while this was happening, so Gina lives 6 houses down from this address, from 12 Hadrical. So the drug dealers were still paying me money every month, well, drugs. So I was still doing the drugs in Gina's house. I think she had an idea, but she didn't want to believe it. So she let it slide until it started getting out of hand, bro. And then it just started spiraling out of control. So like between 2018, 2019, I was bullshitting her, doing drugs quietly, and then it started becoming more frequent. Like I would do it like maybe once a week quietly here, finish it quickly. The drug dealer would come and pay me in drugs at month end. Then I would start phoning his guy to come and drop it off at Gina's house, but like throw it over the wall because she had full alarm outside. You can't fart outside and the alarm doesn't go off, bro. So then
even tuning the drug dealer,
throw
it in the corner
throw
over here.
Throw it over the wall, bro. So what happened is the one day, I'll tell you a story, bro. If the neighbors are watching, I'm so sorry. So Gina's neighbors, bro. Now they got cameras. We all got cameras. Now the runner, he didn't know where I was staying. He just knew bottom of the road. So this is like 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm phoning this. So while I'm on the WhatsApp, actually lying next to Gina in the bed, I'm WhatsApping this. So bring what I want. Otherwise, I'm going to go make big shit. Like, because he was scared of me. I always used to move with my firearm, bro. I always had my gun on my hip, bro. So I saw him. I'll come in, fucking shoot everybody. I don't give a shit. And obviously I wouldn't, but I knew what made him scared. So eventually he would send his runner down, like, a couple paces down the road. And this overfired, and he threw it over the neighbor's wall. Now I know. Bro. This guy going to wake up in the morning. There's going to be a white bag full of rocks in it. So now I'm there, you think, what am I doing? How am I going to get this, bro? Now my head's spinning because the drugs is right there, bro. Eventually, reason goes out the window and your addiction just kicks in. So I put the alarm off. Now, putting the alarm off at Gina's, I was like, blip, blip. The whole house wakes up. So I go outside and I'm trying to do this quick now. Like before Gina gets up and asks why the alarm going off, I run and I jump over the neighbor's wall, bro. I quickly grab the drugs. I jump back over. Gina says, why are you outside? I said, no, I'm letting the dogs out to pee, whatever. Because I'm digging in the bush, bro. Like a mad thing.
Looking for it, yeah.
I'm looking for it. Cell phone lights and all, bro. Like a mad thing, bro. So eventually I get it. And then, I do the drugs, whatever. She believes my bullshit. And like 2-3 days later, the neighbor comes to me and says, Barry, you were in my yard, 2 o'clock in the morning. Someone threw something over the wall I saw. Now my head's spinning. So I said, no. I said, sorry, man, because now they also believe I have a business. I said, no, sorry, man, one of my guys couldn't get into the yard there because they also believe I own the house. It was all before the WhatsApp groups knew that this was a drug house. I said, no, one of my guys is living there and I told him to bring the keys for me. And he threw it over the wrong wall. I do apologize. And they bought the bullshit, bro.
Oh, yeah?
I was quick on the bullshit. Well, I don't know if they bought it, but it didn't make its way to Gina. Like, that's all I wanted. Because Gina would have eaten. She would have known. She immediately.
She would have known.
So, 2018, 2019, drugs. 2018, 2019, drugs. What are we now? 2023. Yes, I've known Gina for a long time, bro. 6 years, 5 years. 6 years. So in this time, like we're going through a lot of stuff, bro. Like I'm trying to get my old customers back, like big customers of mine, and I'm getting them back. I got new customers on board. But then every time we get customers back, we'll start doing well. I'll huck out. You understand? And disappear for a week or two.
Yeah.
Make 100 grand, disappear for a week or two. And then the customers would be, because it was through Gina's company, but the people wanted me. You understand? I mean, I built a rapport in this town with people over the last 12, 15 years. So when they phone, they're looking for me. I would pawn my phone. I'd go through my 50 grand. I would pawn the phone. The money would be finished. People are looking for me. So eventually, people lost trust in me. You understand? And then you lose the contracts. You lose the contracts that are in place. So things started taking a nosedive. This went on for like 2-3 years, bro. Like it was constant. Gina and I fighting. I'm back in between her and Cass. Back and forth. Cass, her. Make shit. Yeah, same story with my mom and my dad, bro. Make shit, you go
Back
here.
and forth, yeah.
A narcissist, bro. A narcissist of note. It was everyone else's fault. Yeah, but Gina's treating me like this. Yeah, but Cass is treating me like that. Yeah, my dad is doing this. My mom. Meanwhile, I'm the screw up, bro. And I knew it in a sense, but I kept telling myself, because my dad just told me, you're a narcissist. And I hated my dad for telling me I'm a narcissist because I knew it was the truth.
And you know, the worst thing is is when you don't really want to admit these things, even though it's the truth. And
Be-
they're not saying these things to break you down. They're actually saying these things to you to realize.
Because to admit it means to confront it. That's the thing. If you admit it, you have to confront it.
Yeah, yeah. Admitting to it is the first step. It's the first step. Realizing there's a problem.
And I knew there was a problem, but as soon as I say, okay, yes, I'm a narcissist, it's you have to deal with it.
Check Mr. Ricardo Patrick saying, Barry, you will conquer this. You are bigger.
I
love
already
you,
have.
bro, and I miss you. No, now you will not. You're not gonna fly. You are gonna soar.
I appreciate that, Ricardo. Long time I haven't seen you, buddy.
Ricardo.
Let me tell you guys what, man. The person I'm explaining to you now is dead. We buried him about 3 months ago. He is dead. A new man is sitting in front of you. That's why I'm telling you this. I'm telling you this with confidence. I'm telling you with conviction.
Salute.
This is a new man in front of you, man.
Salute.
That's why I can tell you guys this. I can sit here and tell you this with confidence. That man is dead. We buried him. We didn't even have a funeral. We actually threw him in the ocean and he's never coming back. So anyway, let's fast forward. So this went on continuously, bro. Stealing, thieving, bullshitting, back and forth. I mean, it got to a point where I stole 15,000 rand cash from my dad out of his garage. He trusted me the one weekend to look after his house. He was gone. I knew exactly where he kept all his money. I went and I scooped it. I had one blowout of a weekend. I stole his motorbike. I sold his motorbike for 1,000 rand. Bro, I had the best of the best of the best of the best, and I sold it for hits, bro. I sold it for hits. That's it. Anyway, so, right, let's fast forward to like 2021, 2022, because I can't remember the exact dates. So, Gina and I started getting involved in bigger work, and obviously with bigger work comes bigger money.
Of course.
So the drugs got out of control, bro. And while I was under Gina's roof, I still had to do it in the sense that I'm sly about it, you understand? So it wasn't live out in the open.
Yeah, it wasn't something like you're doing in.
I'm not leaving the rock pipe on the table.
Yes.
And
yes.
the cutting knife on the table.
But she knew.
She knew. Well, I don't know, bro. To be honest with you, she says.
Have you ever asked her?
I have spoken to her, and the hurt in her eyes told me that she didn't know, bro.
Sure.
Because the way she looked at me, bro, like when I told her, like the hurt in her eyes, like I spoke about it, and because when I started this whole reformation journey, bro, like I strongly believe you have to admit to your wrongdoings and before you can move on. I need her to hear what I've done before hearing it from anyone else. You understand?
Oh yes.
And when I was telling her that, bro, the look in her eyes, bro, it killed me right there, bro. Like I knew, like, so I would say she didn't know.
Yes, that's a heavy one.
Yeah, it's bad, bro. So then about a year and a half, 2 years ago, I moved to the waterfront, where we are sitting right now.
This beautiful location we at.
Yeah. And at this time I was making good money, bro. I was making good money. I was still doing the drugs at Gina's house, but it was under control because Gina was there. You understand?
Oh yeah.
I couldn't drink like I wanted to. Like, she still had control over me in a sense because I was worried to lose her and as well as worried to lose the roof over my head. As soon as I moved here, bro, it was like a completely different thing.
Yeah, because now you don't have that fear of losing where you're going, what are you going to do.
Yeah, I can do what I want. This is my house. I mean, the Jaws are right here. The bottle store is right here.
And I mean, the jewel is live right here. It's like...
I can stand here and piss on it, basically.
You can piss into the toilet from here.
Yeah, that's how close it is. So the temptation wasn't close. It was on my front door. So, and at this stage, I must say, bro, I'd actually stopped doing drugs. I'd stopped doing hard drugs. I was smoking Zol and I was drinking a lot. So I was off the cocaine for about a year and a half, I would say. At this stage, I mean, I'm skipping here now, but we had gone through things. So eventually at Gina's place, it got to a point where I couldn't do the drugs anymore because she pick up her. You sound different. That's the first thing.
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, you sound different. When I knew she met up on the way I spoke, there's no way to hide that, bro. I was never a fidgety drug addict. I was never someone that sat and itched and done stupid things. It was just my tone of voice. Do you understand? I never fidgeted. I could control it to a point where if you didn't know how I sounded, you wouldn't think that I'm high. But I'm rocking, bro. So anyway, so when I moved in here, bro, it just totally went off the rails, bro. I mean, at that stage, we were making good money, bro. I was making good money. Like, I'm talking tens of thousands of rands a month, bro. Money that I should have saved. So the one night I'm out here at Cubana, getting on, and who do I bump into? The same drug dealer that was living in my house. He comes and puts 1,000 rand crack in my pocket with a rock pipe, and that was it, bro. I think I had about 30 grand in my bank account that weekend. Monday came, I had nothing.
So as easy as that.
As easy as that.
By him just giving you a fucking rock pipe and some rock.
30,000 rand, bro. I'm telling you, I can smoke.
And you know, and okay, this happened to you now, but now if you think about it, how many people actually gets caught like this? That struggles with an addiction problem,
yes.
and then gets out of it in a way, and then the next moment bumps into the wrong person, gets handed some stuff he didn't even ask for.
Yeah.
And the
Because
next
they know,
moment-
bro. So that 1,000 rand that, or not, his cost on those 1,000 rand rocks was probably 200 bucks. His 200 rand investment into me got him 30,000 rand that weekend.
Bro, that's not a bad investment.
That's not a bad investment, bro. Show me where I can do that and I'll do it. That's
No.
why you can't hate on a drug dealer, but a drug dealer is just trying to feed his family. You can't hate on it. You can hate what he's doing, but at the end of the day, he just needs to feed his family. If we think about it honestly and realistically and straightforward as men, it's not his fault, bro.
Okay, you know what? I understand what you're saying. He's trying to feed his family, but if you look at the amount of money that's going through that guy's hands, right? That's hard. That's people's hard-earned money,
100%,
right?
bro. That's families. That's families going through his hands.
He didn't come to South Africa to come and look for an opportunity.
No, he didn't come to sell chappies here, bro. Or
he came to sell drugs.
100%.
That's unfortunate. It destroys lives. It rips families apart. Like, you know. So yes, I get what you're saying. Yeah, you can't take it away from him. He is just trying to provide for his family, but it's how he's providing for his family, which.
Bro, one drug dealer that I used to buy from as well, the one day refused to buy from me, bro. Or refused to sell to me. He said, you need to go to rehab. And he refused to sell to me, bro. Not this way, different way.
Yeah, I won't reckon it would be this way.
No. So he actually refused to sell to me. And, well, I was actually trying to pawn something to him. Maybe he just didn't want it. But he told me I must go to rehab. But anyway, so this guy handed me the rock piece. This is about 2 years ago. Well, a year and 8 months ago. And, bro, I was earning big money at that stage, bro. I could have bought this place already. And, bro, it was just every time I got money. And Gina wasn't living here. I never saw Gina. Like, it got to a point that we would get paid, and I would disappear for a week. I'd tell her, I'm not feeling well. I'm not sending the guys to the job, you understand? And then the same Pierce Plumbing scenario all over again. You start losing contact with your clients. They stop having trust in you. Because at 5 o'clock, your guys go home. And when you're in the plumbing and construction game, bruh, it doesn't stop at 5 o'clock.
It doesn't stop at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, it doesn't stop on Saturdays and Sundays.
No.
So if you've rocked the whole weekend and they call you Sunday morning, you don't want to go, you min. I just, I'm feeling sick. Tell them we'll come on Monday.
You're not rocking up for anything.
You're not rocking up for anything except the rocks. So, bro,
rocking up.
Bro, it got to no pun intended. It got to a point, bro, that I would come and drop the stuff off here. Yeah, just drive here and drop it off by the gates and go, bro. And I was just...
Yeah, the back of cabanas.
100%.
Yo.
So...
Just it's at your back door.
It's right here, bro. I don't have to walk more than 4 meters. 5 meters, I'm at that wall. That's where I can get my drugs. Order it now, bang, it's here. It's quicker than Mr. Delivery. So... Yes, bro. So then... Like, I started realizing it's a problem. I would do the drugs and I'd go through things in this house, bro, because all I wanted was that high, bro. When I'm hitting it, I'm hating myself, bro. I used to look at myself in this mirror, and scream and shout and cry, bro. What are you doing? What are you doing? While I'm buying the drugs, bro. It was like I was living in a simulation of my life, bro. I was watching myself live, and all I could do was watch. My body was doing
no control over it.
My body was doing its own thing, bro. My body was doing its own thing. Like, as I'm picking up the phone to phone this, I'm saying, no, don't do it. And my body's just phoning, bring the drugs, bring this, bring that.
It might sound ridiculous to people, but I get what you're saying.
No, it's...
Because I can see
100%.
how people can think, oh, that's a bullshit story, you can just not do it. But
it's not like that, bro. It's not like that.
It's
It's not like that. And anyone that says that, fine, cool, by all means, whatever, great for you. But I'm telling you how it was for me, bro. I was living as a third person in my life, bro. Like, there was my mind, my body, and then I was just there. And my mind and my body were so in sync, bro, that my mind would talk, my body would jump, and I'm just there going, what the fuck is going on? Excuse my language. Like, it was, bro, it was the most surreal experience of my life, I would say the last 6 months up until date. Right, so, okay. So then I realized it started becoming a problem, bro. Like, Gina and I started arguing a lot. Gina and I were fighting a lot. Like, I used to see Gina every day of my life, bro. We would have breakfast together, dinner together, lunch together. We basically, even though we didn't live in the same house, bro, we were the best of friends, bro. I mean, we were lovers and the best of friends.
Everything together, yeah.
And then Gina and I stopped actually sleeping together for about a year, bro. I think she lost respect for me, bro, which is understandable, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we started as a couple, and I embarrassed her so much. I mean, she's someone of stature in this town, bro. And then obviously people knew who I was and knew the shit I got up to. So
Yeah, you had a reputation yourself.
100%. And obviously that didn't gel with her. So, I mean, we stopped being intimate. And eventually got to a point where I was seeing her every day and I just stopped seeing her. And then she picked up on the pattern. She's like, you know what, you get paid and you disappear for a week. I was still there on the phone and like video call and because I could, bluff, oh, the signal's bad, why you sound like that or whatever it was. Until one day I picked up my phone, bro, and I'd gone transactions. I was paying the drug addict, I was paying the drug dealer, bro, and I'd gone, you can see transactional over 3 months.
History, yes.
108,000 Rand I'd spent over 3 months, bro. And Gina was battling to pay off debt. Small amounts of debt, and I was putting that up my nose or down the rock pipe. So it started with coke, and then once I got to Roxburgh, it was over. It was over, bro. Like, bro, I pawned so much stuff, bro. Sold so much stuff. Whatever I had, I'm talking now recently, 8-10 months ago, bro.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna fast forward all this to the point where, like, there's not much to talk about except I was hardcore on the drugs, bro. Like, there was whatever.
No stopping you. There was no
nothing,
saying no.
nothing,
There was.
bro. You couldn't
were
tell me
carrying
anything.
on the way you were carrying on.
You couldn't tell, bro. Even my neighbors would say to me, "Babe, what are you doing in your house all day?" My curtains were drawn. I'd hit the rocks and I'd look out the
You
curtain.
got neighbors right here. You got
Yeah.
neighbors on top.
Yeah. Literally, we share walls. We share walls and floors.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna knock on this wall on this
you can
side,
hear it. They can probably hear
you're
this
knocking
conversation.
above his bed.
Yeah, 100%. So like, they would see me after like 3 days and say, "Babe, what are you doing? What are you doing? What do you do all day?" I said, "No, I'm just gymming or whatever," because I was losing weight, bro. I was losing weight like a motherfucker. So it got to a point where Gina and I started having such big fights, and I actually had lost my mind. I wasn't a person anymore, bro. I was literally like just a being, bro. And Gina went and got a restraining order against me. This is recently. This is actually, I want to say June, July of this year. Gina went in June, July, August, September, October. I think she got it just before that. She went and got a restraining order against me. Let me tell you what, bro. That hit me like a ton of bricks. You were witness to it. You actually had my firearm, my unlicensed firearm. I'd given it to you, and she got a restraining order against me, and not to be in contact with her, bro. It shocked me to my core, but it made me worse. It didn't make me better. It just made me worse. I just wanted to pump more drugs. I sold everything. I sold my boat. I sold everything that I had. My fishing rods, my reels. I mean, I paid 10,000 Rand for reels. I had Saltus, bro.
Saltus, yeah.
I sold the one I actually gave to the drug dealer for a block of rock, and I told him I'll pay him in a month. I never paid him. I think he must have sold it to one of his clients. The other one I took to the pawn shop for 1,000 Rand. It's a 6,000 Rand reel. 1,000 Rand. I went back. 30 days you can get your. On the 31st day, the guy said he sold it, but the guy, he's a big fisherman himself.
He knows it.
Yeah.
He knows what real it is. That's why.
So Gina went and put a restraining order against me, bro, and then that's when Seelan stepped in. Seelan, I love you, man. Seelan stepped in, bro. So I know Seelan trying to help Gina with a few things in her life. Like, he's a property guy. So Gina was looking at selling her property. Give him a shout, guys. We're going to put his details up. Give Seelan a shout. He does property. He can sort you out with a bond. He sells. He leases. We're going to put his details up for sure.
For sure.
It's actually Seelan, the property guy. That's what he. That's. Let me see if I still got his status on here, man.
Is his
Seelan, the property guy, bro.
the property guy. Guys, check him out. Any retail stuff you want to find out in that
anything
area.
to do with properties, he can sort you out with bonds. Get hold of him. Seelan, if you're listening still, man, send me your stage you had yesterday. Where you're standing with your arms folded.
Check out Ricardo saying Barry didn't only do bad things. Look. Look, we're not focusing on any of the good things. Barry is telling us what went wrong in his life.
Sorry, I'm just stretching.
You know, he's informing us on what most of us don't know.
Yeah, and you know what? The thing is, there's this saying, bro. I don't know if you know about the 2%. There's a tattoo that people get themselves, like the 2%.
Oh, yes,
club.
yes, that survived, yeah.
Yeah, so the 2% club is basically anyone that's got over an addiction. So they say 2% of people that are on addictions get out. So out of 100, 2 people are going to make it out. That to me is a worldly figure, bro. I believe anybody with the right help and with God on their side is going to get out. Right, so back to my story. I don't want to delve too much into religion right now. So Seelan and Gina, they've known each other for a while. But then he was trying to help Gina. I mean, she was in such financial shit, bro, that she wanted to sell her house because they were coming to. She's got another property in Kwambo, but basically they were dropping off because as well she had maxed out credit cards, taken out loans, whatever, to try and basically look after us during COVID. I had no job. I gave 2 shits. This woman loved me, and I was taking advantage of her all over again.
Yeah.
So that's how I met Seelan. Seelan was trying to sell her house and get her sorted out and whatever else, and it just didn't work out. All in God's hands, bro. Everything happens for a reason. So then Seelan's actually messaging me as we speak. But send me that picture. I want to put it up. Yeah, we go.
Does he have it? Let me see. There's that camera over there. Well, we'll load it up.
Is it in focus?
You have to take it back a bit. What you can do is,
Let me send it to you.
can you email it quickly to Hand on the Spool?
All right, let me email it.
Guys,
So-
I'm gonna put it up now for you guys to see.
Yeah, and you guys contact him for anything property related, anything finance related. If he can't do it, he's gonna put you on to someone that can do it. I promise you that, man. You know what? Just give him a shout, guys. Give him a shout. I don't know how to do this, to be honest with you. Can I WhatsApp it to you?
Can you Bluetooth it?
Hold
Yeah,
on, let
I'm
me
sure
go.
you can Bluetooth it. Oh wait, so we must add a device first, so we'll pay quickly. Sorry guys, we really want to
Sorry,
get this
guys.
out.
Yeah, we want to give praise where praise is due for sure. All right, let me just check how I'm doing this. All right, let me do that.
Go into your Bluetooth. Let's pay your Bluetooth quickly.
Wait, let me go share. Email you, sir.
Or email, yeah.
All right.
To Hand on the Spool.
All right, let me pay my Bluetooth. It's gonna be easier. Guys, give us a second. This is what live shows are about, man.
Guys, unfortunately, live, uncut. You get the real deal as it happens.
What are we looking for here?
China.
Is that what it's
Desk.
called?
It's called desktop.
I thought it was called China for real.
UQJEVOF.
Alright, let me check. Let me disconnect and reconnect. We're gonna put it up there for you guys for a minute or two. Right. So in this time, I'm gonna just talk a little bit. Alright, is that it there? Top one.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, let's pair to that. Alright,
Okay,
pair.
pay like a.
Alright, so let me go and Bluetooth this. Let me go into. Okay, now let me tell you. So Sealan does finance, whatever. I'm sure even vehicle finance he can hook you guys up with. Whatever you guys need finance related, give him a shout. We're gonna put his details. I know he's actually called the property guy. That's his handle. That's what he goes by. Alright, Bluetooth's coming through to you. You see anything there?
There it's coming. There we go. The plug.
The plug. You know what I mean? Hook you up. I'm the plug. Alright, so let's hope it goes through quick enough.
Yeah, it's still loading. Give us some chance. But anyway.
All right, so Sealan and Gina were trying to discuss the house, and I got involved just because I was the man in Gina's life at that stage. So obviously now I want to force myself in everything, especially if you're talking to another man.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah.
I
of
was
course.
that. Like I was an insecure individual, bro. And so Sealan and I met. Has it gone through? Says successful. So bro. So when Gina and I started going through our shit, bro. I mean, I didn't know Sealan from a bar soap, bro. I don't know him from anywhere, bro. And bro, he literally stepped in between myself and Gina. He just called me the one day and said, or I called him. I can't remember, bro. I think I might have called him because at that stage Gina had blocked me, restraining order. Okay, when I first contacted him, there was no restraining order in place, but she had blocked me off. Also, I had no vehicle. She had the vehicle. I couldn't get to her. Like, I was stuck here. And I'd contacted Sid and I said, listen, please get hold of Gina and just ask her to call me. That's all I asked him, bro. I just asked, please ask. I didn't tell him anything. I told him. And he actually went and saw her, bro. And because obviously here something was wrong.
There we go. We got Mr. Sealan up there. Sorry.
Okay, guys, we're going to leave it up there for a minute or two. Take his details. Please take his details. Give him a shout. Anything, property, finance, anything. If he can't do it, he's going to put you on it for sure.
100%. Anyway, yes.
Right. So then, he actually went to go and see Gina, and she was sitting in the. This is all that happened the same day. She blocked me. I was losing my head trying to get hold of her, emailing her, whatever. And she was actually sitting in the doctor's room having a nervous breakdown because of all the stress I was putting on her. And Sealan went to go and my man, Sealan. All right. So he actually went to go and see her, bro. And spoke to her about us basically, and he came and he phoned me and he spoke to me and he just told me, bro, he said this woman loves you, but she just can't anymore, bro. And yeah, bro, he just, bro, so basically all the anger and hate that I had, bro. So everything I used to put on Gina, I ended up putting on him. Why is she not calling me back? What the fuck's going on? Like I'm gonna speak how I want to speak now. You know, I just didn't give a shit. You understand? I was saying what I wanted to him whenever, and bro, this guy didn't know me from anywhere, bro. This guy didn't know me from anywhere. So what is it?
I'm gonna record. Just
Oh, you need to record. Yeah. So he didn't know me from anywhere. But he took the time out of his day to talk to me and talk to Gina and talk to me and talk to Gina and talk to me and talk to Gina back and forward, bro. Like I was paying him. That's how the guy was there for me, bro. Like, And I used to, I was still going through my drugs. He knows. That's why I say he can vouch for me. I used to phone him, bro, please, I need money for food. I need money for food. And he trusted me, bro. And I used to take that money and drug that money, bro. But eventually, I'm sure he caught on. I mean, he knew I was doing drugs, but he was still, out of the trust in me, he gave me the money, you understand? And I wasn't buying food. I was buying drugs, bro. And he knows that. But, so, bro, this went on for like a month, bro. And I used to, fluke him. Like, what the fuck you doing? If you're not doing to help me, you must fuck off. Like, bad, bro. And every time he was just like, bro, I'm here to help you, bro. And I don't know him, bro. He owes me fuck all. He owes me nothing, bro. He owes me nothing, bro.
It's actually just an angel that was sent into your life. That's
He took
what
the
it
words
is.
out my mouth, bro. So eventually this O started talking to me about God. Not like laying it on heavy. Like, just like went through scriptures. And like I used to see his status. He was in the church. And so me and him would speak. And like, I even told him one day, I said, just fuck off. Don't call me. Don't call me. I've got one fuckers with you, bro. And he kept staying in contact with me, And then, like, this went back and forth. I used to give him so much shit, bro. And he was just always there for me, bro. And then I remember the one day, bro, like, I had no more money left. I had nothing. I was eating dry rice in this pause. I was eating dry putu. I didn't even have salt to put on the putu, bro. I knew this is it, bro. I had still things to sell. I had TVs. I had my phone still. I still had things. I could still do drugs if I wanted to.
If you really wanted
But
to.
I made a decision, bro. It hit me like a ton of bricks one day. And I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. And I kept saying to myself, how am I going to get over this? How am I going to get over this? How am I going to get over this? How am I going to get over this addiction? How am I going to get over this addiction? But I was sitting here in this flat, but I remember it was a Thursday or Wednesday night. We had load shedding from 6 to 8. And as the lights went out. Now, at this stage, I wasn't smoking Zol. I had no money to buy anything. So I would usually just pump the Zol just to take the edge off and I can sleep. Lights went out. I had nothing.
Darkness.
And I'd actually pawned my phone at that stage. But I still had a TV I could pawn. I still had things that if I wanted to do drugs, I could have. Lights went out. Poof. And I'm not an athletic person. I don't run. I go in the gym, lift a bit of weights, and that's it.
No cardio.
No cardio. Bro, and the lights went off, bro. And, bro, this voice in my head, bro, just told me to run. Just told me to run. And I tried to play it off, bro, and I'm like, no, try and sleep. And, bro, it just through my head the whole time. I'd close my eyes, and I'd just see the word run. So eventually I put on the fuck tackies that I had, and I went outside, bro. I ran, bro. When I came back from running, bro, the lights were on, and load shedding is 2 hours. I had vomit down my shirt. I had vomit on my shoes. I ran in here, bro. Not saying I came to. I remember what I was doing. I ran this whole place, but I just have pictures of it, bro. And as I'm running, I kept thinking to myself, what are you running from? What are you running? Or why are you running? Why are you running? And but I don't want to say it was God talking to me because I don't know what that sounds like or whatever, but it's thoughts that were in my mind that I've never had, bro. Like, I don't have these thoughts. And as I'm, like, the whole thing to run, I'm like, no, I don't want to run. I'm just, like, this is a thought. I'm having this internal thoughts. I'm not talking to anyone. I'm just having, like, my mind will say run, and I'm like, no, I'll just push off. And as I got and I started running, I'm thinking, what the fuck are you running for? And, bro, clear as day, someone told me you're running towards something, bro. It was like this epiphany in my head. I'm not running from anything. I'm running towards something, bro. And I ran, bro, and I ran. I got back, I had vomit on my shoes, I had vomit on my shirt, and I came and I fell down on this floor here because I was sucked, bro. On this floor, and I just started crying, bro. I was crying, bro, and I was crying. And, like, I was just saying to myself, how am I going to get over this? Like, I was talking to myself loud. I was, an audible voice. I was talking to myself, how are you going to get over this? I had lost Gina. Gina's my life, bro.
Yeah.
Gina is my life, bro. Without her, I can't breathe, bro. And I fell on my knees here, bro. Not because I was in a worship position, just because I was sat. I just fell down, bro, and I cried for about 20 minutes, bro. And I'm telling you, it felt like someone stood behind me and took a hot bucket of water, bro. I can remember the sensation now. Like someone took a hot bucket of water and threw it over me, bro. And as that hot water passed over me, bro, I stood up, bro. I didn't have a care in the world. I didn't care about the food I didn't have to eat. I didn't care that Gina wasn't speaking to me. Not that I didn't care about Gina. Bro, it was the most freeing feeling I've ever felt, bro. The hot water that was thrown over me, bro. I even got up and I looked like this, bro, and it was just wet around me. I'm sure from my sweat and tears, but it was a literal sensation. It's not something someone threw hot water on me. And when I stood up from there, bro, I didn't have a care in the world, bro. I didn't have a worry. I didn't have a concern. And, bro, I just put YouTube on. I put Christian music on, and I just started singing, bro, and praising God, bro. Let me tell you what, bro. There's a living God, bro. There's a living God, bro. And let me tell you what, bro. I will tell you now without conviction, guys, there's a living God, and He loves us. That 2% nonsense, that is a worldly figure. If you believe in God and you get on your hands and knees and you ask Him to deliver you from addiction, from whatever you're going through, He will do it. This 2% figure is a worldly figure. It's a worldly figure. It's a figure that scientists or doctors or whoever have come up with. That's nonsense. I rebuke that, bro. I rebuke that in God's name. That is bullshit, bro. That is bullshit. People might say I'm contradicting myself by swearing and using God's name. It's not, bro. I'm that passionate about it that it is nonsense, bro. If you get on your hands and knees, people say God doesn't answer prayers because you're not asking, bro.
Yeah.
You don't have to ask. You don't have to do anything special. Just get on your knees and ask God and believe it, bro. I'm telling you now, I'm living proof, bro. Freddie, bro, you know the things I went through, bro. I sold everything I had, bro. And let me tell you, from that moment, the moment I was an alcoholic, I was a drug addict, rocks, coke. Ricardo can vouch for me. Ricardo on the chat, you can vouch for me. We would drink and smoke and do everything. He wasn't on the drugs, but he would drink with me. Bruh, I was as bad as they come, bruh. When I stood up off that floor, after that hot water was thrown on me, bro, I haven't touched alcohol, I haven't touched Zol, I haven't touched cocaine since that day. No medication, no rehab, nothing. I can take a piss test live today. Actually, the next part, I'm going to take a piss test live in front of you guys. I don't care. And I will show you guys. You guys think I'm talking shit.
We'll do it.
We'll do it.
Yeah, we'll do it.
We're actually going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to get a drug test tomorrow, just so you guys don't think I'm bluffing. I'm going to get a drug test tomorrow, and we're going to do it live here. You guys are going to see it. The spirits of God, bro. And you know, when I felt that, bro, when I stood up from here, I'm not a religious person, bro. I knew that was God, bro. I never heard God's voice, but I knew the thoughts that I were having was not my own, bro. From that day, bro, I haven't touched anything. I stopped drinking, and you knew how I drank, bro. You knew about the drugs. I will tell you about the drugs that I was doing, bro. I mean, you come from that life, bro. From that day, I haven't touched anything. No medication, no rehab, nothing, bro. And praise to God, bro. Praise to God.
Yo, Barry.
That's my story, guys.
Well,
that's
honestly,
how I got to where I am now.
You can only thank God for that. And I'm actually getting goosebumps here where I'm sitting now. Well, yeah, I can honestly say, you see, this last time period before you got clean now, in your darkest time, I would say.
I was
in,
even
in
borrowing
the
money
time.
from you. I
Yeah.
mean, I was even bluffing you with money.
That's the thing. So,
Speak your say, bro. Speak your say.
well, I didn't see you for like 2-3 weeks, right? We spoke every 2-3 days on the phone. You would call me from other people's phones, just to say away, what. And then one day you called me just to tell me I need to ask someone else to come and see you. I won't mention any names.
Sure.
That person knows exactly who they are if
Sure.
they're listening.
Sure.
And I don't know if they came or whatever the case may be. I end up coming the next day, and I can remember when I walked through that door and I saw you for the first time. You looked like a completely different person.
Amen, bro.
Like the look on your face, the expression you had in your eyes.
The life was in me.
You could see the color is back.
Yeah. The life was in me, bro.
And the way you just grabbed me and said, "My boot."
Yeah.
Yes,
And I remember when I opened the door, you had this worried look on your face. Be like, you didn't know what you were getting into.
But
Because I
that's the
phoned
thing.
you, I was crying. I phoned
That's the
you.
thing. On my way here, I can actually still remember driving. Like, what am I going? What am I?
What are you
find
walking
now?
into? Yeah.
Am I going into finding you on the floor, out
Sure,
of it? Am I finding you in a good place? Am I finding you fucked on drugs?
Begging you for money.
But, bro, I find you in the best state I could find you in.
But let me tell you what, it's the best. It's the best I've been in my life. I can tell you from the age 15, I've never been this clean and this happy because I started my drug journey at 16. From the age 15, I've never been this clean and this happy. I've got so much energy and so much life in me. Yes, I still sin from time to time. I still swear. I still have impure thoughts. Yes, I do. But let me tell you what, bruh. My core has changed. My foundation has changed. You understand what I'm saying? I still get angry. I still mouth off. I still swear every now and again. But let me tell you what, from what I was, bruh, that 2% nonsense is bullshit. I'm telling you now. Any addict that is listening to this, take that 2% and throw it out the window. Get on your hands and knees and ask God to deliver you from addiction. He will do it. Whatever you're going through, depression, addiction, if you've got problems with your family, get on your knees. And listen, it all happens in God's time. Another thing I want to tell you guys, Seelan. You know Seelan, bro, is the voice of reason, man. Seelan is the voice of reason. So I needed money from him. Now, after, because he saw me come right, and bro, he believed it, bro. Like, he believed it. He believed it when it happened. And this whole generator story, like I needed, because we wanted to pay the people for the generator. We'll get involved in that later. You guys will know what we're doing. It's not really important to the story, but anyway. So I said, Seelan, I need to pay for this generator, bro. You don't have to give me the money. You can pay the people directly because now they're hashing us for the money. You understand? And Seelan, I said, let me take a loan for 50 grand, bro. I'm good for it. You know, I'm good for it. I'm changed. He knew. He said, bro, I know you're good for it. I know you'll pay it. And he said, just wait, though. Just wait. Everything happens in God's time. Just wait, bro. And a week later, I got a job for 200,000 rand, bro, to pay for that generator. And we paid for it, bro. Hey?
Yeah, well, In God's time, God provided, bro.
So what the story I'm saying is, guys, if you want something from God, get on your hands and knees and pray and believe it's going to be true. It's not going to happen when you want it to. It's going to happen in God's time, but it will happen. And you know, when I was asking, I was like, I can say I was asking God how I'm going to get over the addiction, bro. And you know what I'm asking? How I'm going to get over this addiction? How I'm going to get over this addiction? A voice told me just develop another addiction, bro. And I got a Bible, bro. And I'm not saying I'm addicted, but I can tell you what, reading a scripture verse a day, whatever verse you read in the Bible you can relate to in your time of life, right then. You can read any scripture in the verse, in the Bible.
You can
any
relate
scripture.
it back, yes.
You can relate it to how you're feeling right now. That speaks to you. That is the directions for life, man. So I want to give glory to God, guys. I really want to give glory to God. Sealan, bruh, I love you, man. Gina, if you're watching, I love you too. Fred, you're my boy. I've come far, man, and you know what? Glory to God. Fred, you can take over and talk about.
I can. Let me put my glasses on.
Let me get my cap. Sorry, man.
Just to get a little serious here, Barry. I can honestly tell you the transformation you've made in the last month, 2 months.
Well, it's I'll say 2.5 months, bro.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable, and you know, it's a story that you can tell to anybody struggling that needs that little advice to know that people do come out of it. People do.
I am here to tell you guys that there is nothing bigger than God. There's nothing bigger than God. I'm here to disciple drug addicts. I'm here to tell them, bruh. I will go and I'll tell anyone anything. I've been there. Don't tell me anything. Don't tell me anything about your addiction. Don't tell me about how hard it is. I've been there. Don't tell me that, bruh. Don't tell me about anything drug related. I've been there. And there's nothing bigger than God. Fuck your addiction.
Yeah, start telling me how are we gonna fix this. Start telling me how you want to get out of it.
We don't need problems here.
What are we gonna do?
And I've got solutions, guys. It's simple. Jesus Christ will deliver you. I'm not trying to be a Bible basher. I still swear, as you can hear. But let me tell you what. If you're sitting and troubling yourself with addiction, depression, whatever, man, oh man, oh man, oh man, do not succumb to that. There's a bigger and greater power at hand, bro.
Oh, amen. Amen to that. Amen to that. Yeah, Barry. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. I'm glad.
Tomorrow we're taking a urine test. Guys, stay tuned. Tomorrow we're taking a urine test. I'll do it live in front of you guys. I don't care. Obviously, we got to censor some things.
Oh, yeah.
Because YouTube
we
won't
won't show you whipping it out.
But I will have my back turned to you guys and show you that what I'm doing. I don't give a damn. Look, I've got nothing to hide. It's the most freeing thing in the world where you've got nothing to hide. People know who you are. You don't have to hide behind anything anymore.
100%. 100%.
So I'm done. Freddie, you can take over, but I've said my say. Guys, this is who I am. Welcome to the new improved. This is what I am. And by the way, we're taking over.
Guys, another interesting, a very, very interesting episode, I must say. We've covered a lot of major things, which I think a lot of people were wondering about. I think there's a few people that watched that wanted to hear this come out of your own mouth.
100%.
I think that.
And if I owe anyone money, get to me.
Come to me first. Let's discuss these rates first. Let's add maybe some 10% there or something. I'm just joking.
Ricardo, don't come with your bullshit though. I don't hear your bullshit.
Ricardo,
I don't want to hear your bullshit, man. But on a real note though, any customers that I've taken money from, if you're watching this, I haven't paid my dues, you get hold of me. I want to pay my dues back. I mean, I can't remember everyone I stole money from, but if you can come to me and tell me you have, I want to beg for your forgiveness. I want to pay you that money back.
I respect you for that. I respect you for that. And I think on that note, our viewers, thank you so much to those that tuned in.
Thanks, guys. Like, subscribe, send us around. Let's make this viral, guys. I don't care. Let's make this viral. I need people to know that there's something bigger in play. I need people to know that you can get out of whatever you win. You can get out of it. That's my reason for wanting to share this. Share it with anyone that is struggling with depression, with a drug addiction, with loneliness, with anything. Share it.
And if they need advice, if they need counseling, if they
give us
contact us. Come on our show. Come and tell your story on our show. Yeah. You're more than welcome to come and do it.
So we welcome anybody that wants to come and sit here with us and discuss. We're here. This is not a closed door. Our doors are open, guys. We want to build people up. We're here to disciple people and take them to God. I promise you. Like I said, we're not Bible bashers, but we want to show you how to lead a godly life and to help you out. I know it's like to be lost, bro.
Lost without guidance. That's.
Ready? Let's leave for you, Buddha.
I love you too, my bro. Thank you so much. Guys, we're live. We're in Richards Bay. Check us out. Keep following, hit that notification bell. Guys, There's new content coming every single week. Don't miss out. We might miss 1 or 2 now and then, but we busy, guys. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Keep the shorts. Barry's YouTube page.
Flow Pro.
It's the Flow Pro or
No, Flow Pro Plumbing.
just Flow Pro Plumbing. Go and check him
We'll
out.
put that up.
Yeah. We'll put that out. Let me see if I can quickly.
Yeah, let's
get
put
a
that up
thing
right now.
here.
We're not rushing anywhere. We got time. Let me. You got something there. Let me send you something.
No, we're gonna open your YouTube page.
Oh,
Yeah, so I can show them
100%.
what it looks like. Yeah, give Barry a go. Watch his shorts.
Give the pros a go. It's Flow
Give
Pro
the
Plumbing. You
pros
know
a
what
go.
it is, guys. You can give me a go if you want. Gina might be upset, but you know what it is.
Hi, Gina.
Gina, I love you.
Oh, the
Cook
best
that curry.
curry. Let me tell you guys.
Cook that curry. I'm coming
the
home.
best curry you guys will eat. Guys, there's Barry's page, Flow Pro Plumbing. Go and like and subscribe.
Yeah, guys, it's daily. I'm on that thing daily. Plumbing related, my life in general. We're going to push the shorts as well. I mean, guys, you know what? We're going viral. We're taking over. We're putting KwaZulu-Natal on the map. We're putting 035. We're putting Richards Bay on the map. We are doing this, guys. I'm not even asking for permission. I'm telling you, without conviction, we are taking over, man, in a positive way.
You guys will see he frequently posts. So go and check him out. You guys won't regret it.
I got 6 subscribers. By next week, this time I want to have 606.
It'll
No,
grow.
not-
It'll come.
Let's say 690. Too many sixes are the devil's number. 690. 700 subscribers by next week, guys. Come on, we can do it, man.
Well, yeah, that's it. I think, we had a 2 hour and 15 run.
That's good, man.
It was an excellent run. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Sealand, thank you so much for the
Steven,
sponsorship.
we appreciate that sponsor, man. You guys, let's
Yeah.
let's get this pod working, man. Let's you guys want to chat with us? Get hold of us. We'll put our numbers up. I don't know how we're gonna do it. We'll try and get up to you guys somehow.
Yes, Sealand, thanks for your sponsorship. What we'll do with our next episode, I think send us an advert.
Yeah, we can run at the bottom.
We'll run it in the bottom for a bit. We'll run at the beginning, at the end for you.
Yeah.
If anyone else wants to get on board, advertise your local company that way, contact us. We'll see what we can do. Maybe get you 15, 20 seconds of airtime.
Yeah,
You know, it won't be seen by much, but it'll be seen by some people.
yeah.
So yeah,
We're done.
lekker.
Lekker, my bro.
My bro.
See you
That
guys
was
later,
tops.
man.
That was tops.